Who's in there? Is that you, Brandon? Who's in there, mate? Why is that going on that way there? That's going on the front camera. Right, we're just going live now, guys. Yeah, Sam, you do me a favour, just hold this for a sec. Just hold it for a sec while I get my cameras out. Just like place it down. Who's in there? Got anyone in there? 6 people. Guys, can you get this link out and sharing, please? I'm just, someone else just holding the camera for me, yeah? Here we go. Don't fell off my bike on the side.
Okay. There's
We've got a presence in. Oh, there's Shane over there.
There's more. We're going. Oh.
That's the BBC. That's the guy from the BBC, isn't it?
Huh?
Guys, we've just seen, there's a guy from the BBC there, the one who's fucking done all the, hang on. Hold it for a sec. Just gonna get my mic on. Yeah, turn on. Right, guys, check, sound check. Right, are we good to go? I'm just gonna go freestyle today. I ain't got no, ain't got my gimbal today. I have got it, but I ain't gonna put it on. Let's go and see what's going on here. I don't know if Adam Brooks is still here or not. Oh, Adam's gone. By the looks of it, was going to go and we got the fake news in here. Look, we've got a fake BBC. Let's go and fucking call them out on it. Let's get going, guys. Gauci Reports in the house, live and direct from the Bell Hotel. After today's decision, it's going to cause a bit of uproar here in the local community. So we've got mainstream media here, doing what they usually do, jump on the big stories when it suits them. Maybe we're out for a job, yeah. What's that guy's name, Andy? How you doing, guys? How you doing, Michael, Barbara, Babs? Let's go, man. Let's get some comments and likes going, yeah? Yes, land of saints and sinners. Who's that? Who's in? Is it you? Is it Clarkey? Is it Rogue? Is it Richard? Who's in? We're going to go and have a little look. Let's go and get some shit on the BBC. Thank you, darling. Right. Sorry. We've got some mainstream media. We've got the fake news in the house, BBC. How we doing?
We're not the BBC. So
Oh, you're not, no? Who are you here with?
Channel 5.
You're here with Channel 5? Ah, same thing, innit? All funded. We're going to have a word with Shane after. There's Adam in the house. How we doing? How you doing? I won't. Yeah, I'm good, man. You? I'll just call her out. Call out the old fake news. Oh no, we're with Channel 5 today, looking for a new job.
Kids all good? Mum all right? Yeah. Yeah, good.
You got down here quick, didn't you?
Well, I was down here because my cousin
He's
said
got
he was coming
helicopter
out
on.
at 12, so I was just waiting. But I knew, mate, there was like a 20% chance we'd get him.
Well, at best, really. You know what I mean? We did expect it, let's be fair, but at the same time, it's like, it's just total confirmation.
The only thing is, the line where the judge said in the paragraph that maybe now the council should actually go down the enforcement route proves they've gone through the completely wrong channels.
Yeah, absolutely.
Injunction weren't the way of doing it.
No, it wasn't, no.
So we've wasted months and months. And you have to ask, is that on purpose to frustrate and get people's hopes up? Then we're another 4 months down the line.
I agree with you. Yeah.
Well, if you remember about 2 months ago when one of the first hearings come out, it then exposed Epping Council themselves for not putting in and submitting the right paperwork and sitting on the paperwork for about 18 months. So it's only because local outrage caused them to get the ball rolling, but they've done all that wrong in the first place. Now they've been exposed for doing nothing. They're all to blame. They're all to blame. They've got to take accountability as well. But if this was the thing, so do you know whether, so what was the actual judge's reason for not, just because of the council?
The process, it's not an injunction of one thing. It's go through, like your planning,
Yeah.
go for enforcement.
But now, what, they can't do that now then? Can they not go back? Or they have to,
Can
but they
go
have
back,
to go.
yeah, but it's more time
Okay.
again.
Are you all right when are you all right doing a piece to camera with me? Is that all right? Yeah, sweet. Yeah, I don't want to catch you mid while you're eating, mate. I won't even advertise it. I won't even advertise what Adam Brooks is eating. Right. We'll catch you in a sec, Adam. We're going to go and speak to the mainstream media didn't like it when I called him out on it. So that guy who was part, I think I'm pretty sure he's from the BBC, and he just said he's working for Channel 5 today. So you know what I'm saying. So we'll just have to wait and see. But guys, look, here we go. If you've not been, I'm sorry, I wasn't here on Sunday. I wasn't myself. I'm not going to lie. We're all human. Why is AY? Hello, mate. Are you coming here? Later. You coming back here? Yeah? I don't know how long I'm going to be here for, though. I'll catch you later. That's one of my security guards that I had in Aston Villa. Let's go and have a little butchers around. We're going to go and get Shane after. He's one of the local councillors who's he's quite close friends with the family. But as you can see, they are expecting some protesters to come out today. Well, quite a bit, because they normally have the barriers down, but now they've got them up. Cheers, AD, cousins. Big up, Gauci. Yes, we're live and direct, mate. Regime media. Yes, Tommy. I know what you're saying, man. Here we go. Look, now you can see all the leaves have gone back. You right, lady? Yeah. As you can see, now the leaves are pulled back. Look, you can see right inside. I know Adam Brooks done a similar video the other day. Look, you've got the old portaloos out here. You've got a security guard. He's having a little rest in the background there, look, with umbrella over him. Don't know why he's got an umbrella, it's not raining. We've got I've actually stayed here years and years and years ago. I'm talking about years and years ago. It's huge. There's some broken windows down here, or they boarded up the windows by the looks of it. So yeah, we're live and direct, guys. We're going to see, and do you know what it is? The High Court ruling, High Candyman, right? But so basically, the High Court has ruled that the Bell Hotel is to remain open. So the decision has gone against the local council. Now, the reason it's gone side the local council is because apparently they haven't submitted the right paperwork for enforcement. They didn't go down the right route. So look what we've got here. We've got a couple of migrants coming down here by the looks of it. I'm going to ask if they're staying at the hotel. Let's try and see. We've got some people here. Look, got a security guard in there. Guys, let's get it liking, sharing. Let's get these comments up, please. Thanks for joining me at such late notice as well, because I know it's not always an easy thing to plan. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously the decision came out at 12, and then we decided. You all right, guys? You staying in the hotel? Are you boys staying in the hotel? No? Do you want to have an impartial interview, lads? What do you think of today's court ruling? No? Got two migrants here, believed to be staying at the hotel. They don't want to talk, that's fair enough. Let's go and have a word with the police. Let's go and see if they've got any conditions in place. Wait for that. I'll have to go around this way. It's funny how the mainstream media, right? They all want to give it the big one with the big news stories, but yet when you go to speak to them, they fucking hide. So, as you can see, Reggie want to try and get in. Don't worry about it. You alright, lads? Do you want to come and chat? What do you boys think about the decision? You got more work now, it's going to stay open. No? So generally, what you guys would normally see, yeah, because that's all come back, you'd all normally see this part of the hotel, which is, this only very tiny part of it. This actually used to be where the bar is and that, around here, and the restaurant and stuff. So generally, when people see the Bell Hotel on the news and stuff like that, they only really see this part of the building. But look, when you look and see actually how big it is, it's fucking huge. Yeah, they come from, well, what happens is they get on the coach to either the Britannia or the Plaza in Heathrow, going by what, some of the footage we've seen with the coaches and that. And they're used as the processing centres, and then they get dispersed from the coaches out into either the HMOs or like the smaller hotels, which you've seen. So it's just interesting, isn't it? We're going to go and have a word with Shane. We'll get Adam as well. Adam's ready to speak to us. You can't hear me? You sure? Can you hear me now, Louise? Yes. How you doing, Brandon, mate? Thanks for coming and modding at late notice as well, man. Appreciate that. Right, I just want to make sure the sound is all right, because if the sound's not working for one of you, I can't help that. You know what I mean? It's a few of the locals coming out. Let's go and see that these guys are going to move off. Where are you guys from? Daily Express. I've got a... I'm normally quite critical, because sometimes I've sent him some bits and pieces and he's done it, yeah. But he's, especially with like the grooming gang, like Sadiq Khan. Are you the actual reporter for them? Was you one of the people that exposed that?
I am a news reporter for the Express, but it wasn't me.
Right, okay. Is there anything more to come out?
I'm afraid you have to ask that.
I can't wait. No, honestly, that's what we need though. Because I think, I don't know, even with newspapers, they've been quite, a bit like the BBC. I'm really against the BBC now. Like, I didn't mind them so much before, but now, with what's happened, I mean, it's just a long list of mistakes that they've made. But I mean, what do you guys think of the BBC? Like, do you...
I can't speak for the entire paper, but
No, of course.
I think they've definitely made some mistakes, and it's probably why she resigned.
Do you think it's salvageable, BBC?
I think so. I think it's a big organisation. They'll be able to, as long as they reform and sort out their editorial process.
Do you think that's possible though? Because even when the CEO and, well, both of them, they got sacked. Let's face it. They even still came out in their comments afterwards saying that they still believe that the BBC isn't institutionally biased, and I mean, I believe it is. I mean, I don't watch the BBC personally, but I do keep an eye on what they do. And when I go on their main feed, if you go on their online page, everything that they show on their homepage is all to do with international news. It's all to do with Gaza, Israel, Ukraine. And let's face it, like, personally, I think we should be more worried about what's going on in our own country, what's going on in places like this, and like what you guys have exposed with the grooming gangs. Let's face it, we knew that was going on anyway, but the fact that we believe Sadiq Khan's a liar, that's the sort of work that, honestly, when you speak to people on the ground, like the local community, not everyone's going to agree with you, of course, but at the same time, people want to hear what is actually going on. And it's so frustrating, because even though you could argue that I'm right-leaning personally, which I am, and this is where me and JJ have our little debates, because he's more centre-left, but we respect each other's opinions and we agree on certain things and disagree on others, and that's okay as well. Do you get what I mean? But we do.
It's important to respect differences of views, isn't it? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, we're up covering the High Court decision today.
What do you think about you allowed to have an opinion on?
I don't think it's going to be overly popular, but I'm not surprised with the decision. I think it would have set a precedent that would have enabled. I mean, the judge has to interpret the law, obviously.
Yeah.
And I think if Parliament to change the law, they have the ability to do so. But speaking to locals, it's quite clear they're not very happy with it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I don't think they will be, but I think we did expect it to happen, purely because there's part to blame is the council themselves, because there's probably quite a lot of mistakes they've made in the last few years in the build-up to it.
The legal challenge, they were the ones who challenged it being open.
Yeah, I think when the previous judge made the ruling, that we all had an idea, because the council would have had to come back with the same case but even better, you know, with a stronger case, let's say, and they clearly, what else could they have produced that they wouldn't have produced in that hearing? Do you know what I mean? There was going to be nothing else they could have added, because they would have added it there and then in order to get the the injunction put in, you know. So yeah, no, I appreciate your time anyway. I won't. No, that's all right.
Thank you.
There we go. Report from the Daily Express. At least he gave an opinion. Appreciate that. That's all we asked for. Good old Bill, how you doing, mate? You all right? Are you putting any conditions in place, officer? You... Oh, he's ignoring me. All right. I'm with... Who is?
Blood.
We've got you know what you can do? Can you get my gimbal out at the back actually? Because then you might be able to. It's in like a grey. It's like in a grey pouch. Because what I can do is
I feel violated after that.
Mate.
Cheeseburgers and chips. I no breakfast.
Adam Brooks has given away his boxing diet, everyone.
Oh, no. I had no breakfast, so I've just had 3 cheeseburgers and chips. Disgusting.
You know what? It's funny you say that, right? Because I was speaking to someone this morning about TikTok, right? And I got a violation doing a live with Wesley Winters last week or the week before, because he was like doing the end of his live before we'd done like one from his house, and he was like, "Right, guys, what shall I have? What shall I have to eat? I'm going Mackie D's. What should I have?" And I put, "Why don't you go and smash 3 cheeseburgers?" I got a violation for that, for smashing, like for saying that.
Can't say, can you?
Hold that for a second.
What can you say?
1 second.
But yeah, no worries. We're going to do a piece to camera with Adam Brooks. So what I'll do is, let me... that guy didn't like me there. It's from that guy from... Oh shit, from Channel 5. Do you know what? Do you want to just hold it? It's easier just to hold it.
What, he's alright?
Huh?
What, he's alright?
The geezer from the Daily Express there in the beard, he was alright.
Yeah, he's
Because
alright.
yeah.
I spoke to
Yeah.
him earlier.
Because but when I came over, they was all walking away. Because as I walked in, I was like saying, "Here we go, mainstream media, fake news."
Yeah,
and I said, "Oh, it's the BBC." And he's like, "No, I'm from Channel 5 today." I was like, "Yeah, still fake news, isn't it?"
Yeah.
I just have to. I lost my bloody mic at Tommy's trial the other week. So annoying.
I don't stop dropping things.
Right, guys, it's Martin here with Gauci Reports. I'm here live from the Bell Hotel with the one and only Adam Brooks. So, Adam, obviously, we've seen the court decision today. What are your initial thoughts?
Expected, disappointed, angry, upset. I'm upset for the family of the 14-year-old girl victim and the other victim. I'm upset for every girl that's been harassed by one of these men over the last 18 months, because there's been loads of that. Women followed, flashed. This small town does not need 135 foreign men that we know nothing about in this town. It's only a matter of time before one of these does something else, I'm certain. We've seen that mirrored up and down the country. We've had a murder, we've had rapes, a lot of rapes.
Stabbings in the last week especially.
Yeah, stabbings, rapes. And look, I go on these paedophile sting accounts, and do you know how many of these people have been here just days or weeks, can't hardly speak English, but they can speak to our 14 or 13-year-old girls on the internet.
In terms of the actual details of the verdict, can you just explain a little bit more as to why it was given?
I'm not a legal expert, but basically the judge has said that this now needs to go a different route. It shouldn't have been there in that court, so he's dismissed the claim. This from the start has been done completely wrong by the legal team of Epping Forest District Council. We're now 4 months down the line. The only reason they took it legal was because of our protests. We know that. The council has not supported our movement. From what I understand, from one paragraph that I've seen, is that they can now go for enforcement action, I believe. That should have been done from the start. It's not trading as a hotel, it's trading as something else, but the planning laws do not cover what it's being used for. So maybe now they go down the right route, and maybe now we can get something, but it's going to be weeks or months again before we have to take it to some sort of tribunal or whatever.
So what do you think that means moving forward for the locals protesting week in, week out? Do we now think we have to redirect the attention to the council and put the pressure on them rather than the people in the hotel?
I don't know. I think the council know they've got to act because we're not happy at all. But at the end of the day, in the last 4 days, I think there's been 2,300 migrants come across that channel. That's like another 15 or 16 of these hotels worth. Where are we going to put them all? Do you really think they're going to close this down when we're getting that sort of number still coming across?
And like the video that you shown recently doing the walk down, because I've just done one similar, like I said to the guys, it's not, if you look at the size of it, it's quite, they're bigger than what you think, because normally people see that, they don't really see that.
Hotel.
They think it's a little hotel.
It's not a little hotel. But look, what will it take for this government to act and actually protect our borders, to stop illegal immigration? How many more people need to be killed, raped or sexually assaulted or preyed upon, young kids? I'm ashamed to be British. Today, look, it's Armistice Day. But I'm standing here, I'm ashamed to be British because we are being governed not by idiots, by calculated and I think evil people.
I couldn't agree more.
That do not put the rights of British people first. They put the rights, and we see that from the lawyers during the first case. The rights of asylum seekers trump the rights of local people. That's not the Britain to be proud of. That's not what these people died for. It's a disgrace.
Which is a sad thing, like you say, rightly say. We're outside the Bell Hotel reporting where we should be celebrating the lives of those that lost, that were lost, remembering them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and it's even things like there's no political will within the government to actually do anything. How many times do we keep saying enough is enough? Another stabbing, another death, another murder, another rape, like you say. It's continuous, day in, day out. The government do not care. They don't want to change anything. Now we see smugglers with these super boats, 100 men dinghies. Do you know what I'm saying?
So I thought Yvette Cooper was saying that if there was more than 80 people on a boat, there would be action. Well, that was just for PR. That was just for headlines. What a load of nonsense. We could stop this tomorrow by withdrawing the support that we give. The draw that brings these people here. They say on the beaches of Calais, we want a house, we want free money. They tell us, and yet the left still say that they're fleeing persecution. Right? They're not fleeing persecution. They've come through how many safe countries to get here? They're coming here for what they can get. And while they're here, they can't help themselves touching our kids and our women. And I don't know what it will take. I'm very disheartened today.
But what do you think? What do you think the impact of this decision is going to have on other hotels and other protests around the country?
People are losing the will. Even people I've spoke to today say, no, we won't be here later. There will be a protest and I'll be here, right? But people are losing the will because this is the establishment versus the people. And many people are now, after days like today, are thinking we cannot beat these. And we're running out of avenues to go down. I don't know what it will take for this government to change tack. But let's remember, Keir Starmer is a human rights lawyer. He's not on our side. He's on their side. So nothing's going to change under Labour. We've got another 3.5 years of this unless the government collapses. I hope it does.
Thanks for that, Adam. One more thing, though, just slightly away from this. Just your views on what you think about the mainstream media, especially in regards to what's happened with the BBC over the last 48 hours.
BBC, they've been caught out. And at the end of the day, I said this on GB News the other day, we have had decades of being gaslit and lied to by the mainstream media. Social media and media like GB News coming along, disruptors, and people like yourself, have exposed the lies. The way we've all covered these protests here, we've covered the migrants here, the mainstream media would never have covered this if we hadn't blown this up. And they've been exposed, and hopefully, I hope Donald Trump does sue the BBC. I want it to be defunded. I'm sick of paying for channels that I don't watch and content that I don't watch. Just if I want to watch GB News, I've got to pay a TV licence fee. How's that right? The BBC is full, not all, but it's full of people that are snobs and look down at people like me and you. We probably discuss them. That's the sort of snobbery that you see. I really do.
Well, I got the funny looks as I was walking in because they knew that I was going to come from. Because also we've got, especially doing the Citizen Journal, you've got that more freedom of speech. We can have an opinion, we can have a view. If people don't like it, that's absolutely fine. And like you rightly say, there's like a wave of this citizen journalism.
Yeah.
You yourself, obviously, with your platform, you've done amazing work, especially like outside the hotel here. But in terms now, we've got so many people on the ground. It only takes a phone with a camera, and we were exposing the police, the government, the migrants, the people out on the boats down in Dover.
Yeah.
We're covering so many different angles.
Out.
Exactly.
Right. So amongst all ourselves and the way we do, the streamers, what you do, people like me, again, anyone with a phone, the truth has to come out. And the government now are scratching their head and panicking because they can't cover things up anymore.
And this is what's been going on for years, and this is what I think when I think of the BBC, because there was always, no matter how old you are, there was people always turn to the BBC as the trusted, platform of the, and now they've been blown wide open, and because when you think about they're a government propaganda machine,
Yeah.
which has a massive impact on like voting, and politics in general. So now that hopefully gets taken away, because what's it going to take for, if let's say that they remain, what's it going to take for someone to come in? No one's going to trust them anymore unless you get someone who is so-called right wing in there, someone who is going to be completely unbiased, and that can change the complete demographic of the political landscape.
Farage has already said a lot of big changes are coming when Reform are in, and they will get in. Labour are just going to die away. So it's going to be Reform versus the Greens, it looks like at the moment. The Greens are nuts. They want open borders. They think that women can have dicks. They want heroin and crack cocaine to be legalised, as if the majority of the electorate are going to vote for the Greens. They're cranks.
Well, the women that might want boob jobs because their leader can he can massage their breasts and then grow and make them enlarged.
The reality is, unless something happens to Nigel Farage, Reform and Nigel Farage are going to be leading this country, and he's already threatened and put the BBC on notice. But let's think back to COVID. Imagine there was no citizen journalists, no social media. We would have all sat home and believed everything that we were told via our tellies, because over the years that's what's happened. Now people are, and I hate it, they've woke up, I hate that saying, they've woke up and you cannot hide the truth anymore. And look, if one of these people in this hotel does misbehave, which I think the chances of that happening are very high because of the way that they act up and down the country, these men, then we will be here. Me and you will be here, and others will be here, and we will expose it. And the government cannot keep us quiet.
And just to end on a note as well, all I expect personally, and what I'm sure everyone wants, we just want to know the truth in things that happen. If the mainstream media or these news outlets done their job properly, and pay newspapers as well, because there's been some that I've been critical of, the Daily Express included, who I spoke to that guy about, but I've sort of softened up my stance towards them.
They've been quite good on migrants.
Migrants and exposing the group. Sadiq Khan with what's going on in London. So I've got to give credit where credit's due, and likewise I've been critical of the police in the past, but I've got to give sometimes credit where it's true. But all we want is the truth. We want fair, and we want it to be unbiased. That's all we expect.
Right. Look, and we want everyone to be treated the same. But some of these sort of men, behind us, like migrants, can get away, not with murder, but they're getting away with crimes that me or you wouldn't get away with. And it's being brushed under the carpet. It's two-tier Britain. We've got a two-tier Prime Minister, two-tier policing, two-tier justice. It's two-tier Britain. And that has got to change. And I think that is the reason why Labour will completely collapse by the next election.
Adam Brooks, thank you very much. Take care, mate. Thank you very much. There we go. Adam Brooks there. There's Martin from Gauci Reports. And there we go. Thanks to my cameraman.
Right, I'm going.
Shooting off. You coming back in a bit, yeah?
And I've got no battery on my phone. Right.
Oh, bless you.
Love to the family, all right?
Love to see you. See you soon.
Yeah, I don't know whether we should... Catch you later, mate. What I'll do, I'll clip that up and I'll post that out to you.
Are you staying here now?
Um, I ain't got a clue. I might...
Only be local
I'll,
anyway.
I'll message you because I'm banned on X, and but I can still message her. Oh, okay. Probably be about 6 o'clock. 4, yeah, something like 4. See you later, mate. There we go, guys. Adam Brooks in the house. I'm in two minds, guys, whether to end the stream. Thank you, Tammy. Let me go through some of the comments. What do we think about that, guys? Let's get. Can I get 100 likes in the room? How you doing, BB, mate? Can we go and give this a like and a share? Go and subscribe to my channel, anyone that's new. Yeah, I don't have any comments here. I'll try and read through as many as I can. There's no one here at the moment. The mainstream have buggered off. They've got their shots. I think they run away from me because I got a bit scared when I was approaching them. Yeah, the BBC do fear the propaganda, Sav, mate. BBC 100% two-tier. Adam Brooks has left the building. Thank you, Tammy. Yeah, brilliant interview. Yeah, thank you. Give us a quick update, man, just on a break at work. Yeah, so Scouts, how you doing, man? Yeah, so the court ruling has gone against the Epping Council. So basically the migrant hotel can stay open. It's believed really that the council have probably gone the wrong way about it. They've applied for it in the wrong way. So that probably goes down to a few years ago when there was an application, something to do with an application put in, and he didn't really deal with it at the time. So they sat on their hands for about a year, 12 to 18 months, I believe. And then when the locals kicked off about the hotel was when they started, doing something about it. And because they've gone about it the wrong way, it's sort of gone against them. And so really the focus of attention's got to turn to the council, and just to see if they can reapply for enforcement. So, which again, that's another process. God knows how long that could take. But if it's the council pushing it, we'll just have to wait and see. No, I won't be behind the cages later. Yeah, keep up the work. Cheers, Fife. Don't end the live. No, where do you want me to go? I was going to go down the pub. Go and get my glass of wine in. How you doing, British Intel? Yes. Top man. You're doing well on X and that, man. You've got a wicked account. Thank you. Thanks for messaging me this morning as well. Guys, try and follow some... I'll say to my mods, go and put some shout-outs for some people in here to go and follow. But guys, I'm going to try and get my YouTube channel up so we can go and subscribe to that. I've got some videos coming out soon. I've been a little bit quiet on there the last week or so. I was on Tommy's live, but unfortunately, so I run the live from Aston Villa through Urban Scoop, but we had a few technical issues, so I couldn't run it through my own live channel. So let's didn't know the manager. Sarah White is staying at the Sheraton. Yeah, I was supposed to go to Poland. I was gonna go and stay with them guys, but it was too last minute for me, and to be honest, I've got some personal stuff that I need to deal with, so sometimes we have to put our families in that first. They're not boat crossing channel, they're Trojan horses, yes. They certainly are. These some of these boats that we're talking about, they're big enough to fit 100 men in these dinghies. Guys, what I could do, let me just put you on mute for 1 second, because I just need to speak to someone. Yeah, stay in here for 1 second. Right, guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep the live going. I'm with my best mate, Sam. Some of you might know who his granddad is. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the pub, and I'm going to carry on doing a live with him. So we can have a drink, we can have a pint, and we can have a little live interview with him. I'll give you a clue. Let's put him on camera first. Sam, say hello to everyone. He's my cameraman for today.
Keep yourself busy.
Go and give him a follow on X. He sort of stays under the radar on social media. I'll give you a clue, right? So his granddad was right, we'll do a little quiz. His granddad was, I'll give you 3 clues. His granddad was involved in football. No, I'll give you that clue to start with. Let's get some answers in, and then I've got up to 100 likes. Well done. We're gonna walk down. Should we walk down to the? We're gonna go to the pub. Fuck it. We'll just go to the Forest Gate, because we might have to come back here. Might have to use your card though, man. While I've. What shall I have to drink down the pub, guys? So I've got my glass of wine. I know AYBB take the piss out of my wine. My wine drinking. I don't give a fuck. Or should I go on the Guinness? What are we saying? Dennis Wise. Oh, do you know what? You're wrong, but you're on the sort of right tracks. He's a bit. Oh, sorry. Nearly got run over. No, it's not Dennis Wise, but he played for Chelsea in the 60s, and he later became a manager of Spurs. Guinness, yeah, Tammy? Yeah, I feel it's, it's one of them sort of cold autumn days when you want to go round a little pub fire and have a pint of Guinness. Scouse, you're like nearly on the money there, you know? You're on the right track. How you doing, Devils, by the way? I didn't say hello to you earlier. Guys, what do you think about, I'm going to set up a Discord group as well, so that when I'm not doing a live, I'll get some interaction with everyone. Enjoy a pint for me. Back to work. Have a good one. Yeah, I will, British Intel, man. Thank you. Guys, if there's anyone that wants to follow me on X as well, and you need to support building your account, or want me to share your stuff, go and give me a follow. I'm in X jail at the minute for incitement to violence, which is completely ironic because I'm not one bit violent at all. Go and have a pint of wine. Oh, I like that one. It's quite good. Yeah, thanks for that, Hawkeye. Hawkeye, sorry, Hawkeye. Fucking hell. Oh, Ben. Ben, you're on the money. Ben's the winner. Ben is the winner. Yes, it's Mr. Terry Venables. So Sam is Terry Venables' grandson. Obviously, unfortunately, Terry passed away a couple of years ago, which is a huge shame, but he was like probably the best England manager that I've seen anyway. For like that type of style football. So well done. Who's at full marks? When your foreigner resides among you or land, do not mistreat them. Foreigner residing must be treated as your native born. Yep. Thanks, Brandon. Rule Britannia, how are we doing? You know what? Do you guys have the same names or same handles as you do on your other, like your social media accounts? Because like, some of you have it? So some of you might know me. My name's the same on all my accounts, but some of your names might be different. So I might know you on one platform, but not on here, for instance. So if that's the case, drop me either a message or a DM, and I'll give you a follow or whatever you need back. Because I am bad for following people back, by the way. So I just thought I'd let you know. So right, I'm gonna go. We're gonna have a pint. We're gonna do a little sit-down interview with Sam. So if you've got any questions you want me to ask him about him or his granddad, trust me, he's got loads of stories. We sit up all night going through all the memorabilia. Honestly, it's unreal. You should see the shirts that he's got are just absolutely amazing. You got a signed shirt by Pele, ain't you? Pele signed shirts. Golden cufflink, England manager cufflinks. I've seen it all. But you know what we'll do? We use the gimbal because it's got a stand, so I can hold it up. So guys, I'm just going to pop into the pub. Cheers, mate. I think we've decided we're going to get a Guinness. I'm going to see if hopefully the live don't cut out. So what are you on, Sam? You drinking a pint?
Yeah.
Then I'll do an interview with him inside here. So you can put some questions in there, and I'll go and ask him. Oh, go and sit in that corner, man. Oh, it's nice and warm in here. I'll go and sit there, stand in the corner over there. I'll go and sit round this side, Sam, yeah? Is there any room in that corner? Yeah, I think we can probably sit over there. Or should we go and sit over that corner? Yeah? Don't matter the way of people. I just know what, go in here, Sam, actually, sorry. It might be too loud if I go in there. We loud in it? Oh no, these guys are in there. We'll do it here, man. I'll just keep on the down low. Do you want to go outside? You sure? Yeah, it's up to you. Yeah, you can do. I'll go and do it out there then. Oh, it's just nice and warm in here. We're going to go outside instead, guys. 1 second. We're going to go outside instead. So this is a pub just by the hotel. I went in the... I don't know if you see, I just went in that other spot and all the BBC lot were in there. I said, they ain't going in here. Oh, right. Let's try and sort this out. Bear me 1 second, guys. Yeah, thanks for that, Babs. Is that the one? Which one are you talking about? Is that the one? Do you know what I've got to upload? I've got to upload two. I've done a wicked interview, I think, with Ola. I really enjoyed that. And hang on. Sorry, man. Look, I've got my poppy on today, guys. Do you want to do that side? Go and get that cushion. Go and put that cushion there because it saves you fucking. Mate, you're brave wearing shorts. Good footballer's legs, yeah? He's wearing shorts because he's. I look, people saying. Oh, you're talking about the live that I done, yeah? Is the sound alright, guys, yeah? Let me just try and sort this gimbal out. This is off the cuff, mate. This is going on my off the cuff series. Hang on, sort this out. Oh shit, what have I done? This thing's got a mind of its own. Oh. I need the what's the thing that goes in? The little bracket thing. Have I got it? Shh. Oh, no, I ain't. Do you know what? Do me a favour as well. Al might she's not. Yeah, she won't be home yet. Just text her, say where we've gone. Sound is low. Is it? Is it all right now, Louise? Is it better now? Fuck. You right, Ali? How you doing, darling? You right? Right, 1 sec. Sound might go a bit shit. Let me just sort this out.
What's this place? I thought what is this called?
Forestscape. Forest. Fuck off. Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm such a twat. Right. Here we go. This might go a bit wonky now, guys. Hang on. 1 second. No. There we go. Right, so we've got me and Mr. Venables in the house.
How are we doing?
Right. Let's go back a little bit. This is what I wanted to do with excuse my hair. You got this, you got the thing. Right, sweet. Let's go and move this a little bit that way. Hang on, what's going on here? Oh, there we go. We're like two old cunts in the pub fucking having a fucking... Excuse my language, by the way.
Did this years ago.
Oh, yeah, Rona. Oh, do you know what? I lost my other mic at Tommy's thing, so I need to save up and get some new mics. I need to get some real proper new equipment. Fuck, why does it keep moving? Is it following me? Right.
It's worse than the missus.
Oh, mate. I'm in the pub again. What are you talking about, Ali? Whenever I'm in the pub, you're there, so you're just as bad as me, mate. Right, let me just scroll through some comments. Right, so... Yeah, go and give Ali a follow, man. She's on TikTok. She's massive on TikTok. She's a big Chelsea fan. Ali, you introduced me to... you was on the phone to Sam the other day. I've got my pint of wine. Here we go, look. Got the old Guinness. Right.
Proper drink.
Right, cheers, Sam.
Cheers, mate.
Right. Any questions?
Why are we
No.
sitting in the pub?
While we're sitting in the pub, yeah. Right, so firstly, what do you think about what's going on with the things like the hotel, like politically? You don't necessarily go into politics, but like because you're local as well. So what do you think about what's going on in the hotels with these illegal migrants? And this is an uncensored, so you can say what you want.
I think the same as what most do locally. We're scared as parents, mainly for our children, but for our wives as well. And I think Adam touched on it earlier. He touches on it regularly. Ultimately, we're all put at risk, and for what? But where does this end? Where does it end? What's the end goal here? We keep protesting. We keep getting the same results, the same decisions.
Do you think protesting works?
I think it did. I'm not sure it does now. If it did, I think we'd see different outcomes, not just in this area, but other areas as well. Unfortunately, we have a man in charge of this country that is a human rights lawyer. So he's always going to have, that's always going to be priority for what he stands for. And while Labour's in charge,
What do you think of Keir Starmer?
Cunt.
Perfect answer. So with regards to, let's say, like, in a serious question, like with Keir Starmer, do you think he's doing this by design?
Yes. I don't think there can be. What would be? Why would he not be? You have to ask yourself. What
We went
why
to
would
the
he not be?
We went to the Starmer Out protest the other day, right? And I got called out by a few lefties. Personally, when a government gets voted in, you've got 4 years of democracy, right? I believe in that, right? So Labour got voted in. It's not their fault they got voted in. It's our fault for not voting and getting off our asses and voting, right? So there's something like, I don't know, it's a high number. It's like, is it 8-10 million people didn't vote? I don't know. Loads, right? So it's our own fault for not voting. So they won by default, right? Regardless, they had the right to go in.
This is where the problem is, though, because you have previous and everyone wants Sunak out. everyone wants Rishi out. Yeah, the next everyone goes. The next parliament's going to be a lot better. You're not going to have the same issues. It's exactly the same problem, just 10 times worse. When something gets bad, you want to try and change something, and you always think it's going to be better, but it never is.
But do you
And
not?
especially not when it comes to politics.
So for me, right. So when you look at that with what happened with the general election, I think the majority of the UK was so disheartened and so didn't really, and I blame myself as well. I'm in that. With the Tories being in for 14 years doing absolutely jack shit, right? People just thought, do you know what? And this was my attitude. I'm not going to bother voting. I can't be asked. I just want to get my head down, work, get on my day-to-day life, pay my bills because nothing's going to change. So if the majority of the nation have that attitude, well, I'm not saying it did, but I'm saying that was my attitude. That's the feeling that I got. Then people won't come out and vote. And well, by the vote, didn't come out.
Basically, all that voted was the left.
Well, for me, I don't know.
I don't think that's the case.
But like in terms of in terms
of
of Labour being in, right? So they're entitled to their 4 years, right?
Sure.
But at the same time, I think that 4 years should be taken away from him. And this is what I said. This is when I got called out by the lefties because he is accountable for all the things that they said they're going to do. They've not only not done it, they've done the complete opposite. He's completely lied to everyone, right? He's lied to everyone about everything. He's fucked over the farmers. He's fucked over the winter fuel allowance. So he's fucked over the elderly. Right, he doesn't do nothing for our veterans. They want to hike taxes. They want to remove this two child benefit cap. They want to they basically they fucked over the country, right? They're letting in migrants in, costing us £8 billion a year, day in, day out. Thousands are coming in. There's been about over 50,000 have come in at this year alone, right? He's got no political will to change anything. If anything, the country's gone backwards. We're in dire straits. We're doing nothing about crime. Yeah, they fudged the stats with London. I don't care what anyone says, right? Sadiq Khan will come out and say crime in London's gone down. Overall, yeah, you can say it has, but it hasn't in terms they've not included any sexual assaults. We've got a grooming gang cover-up that no one will take accountability for. He's taken zero accountability, which means he's complicit. If you don't want to take accountability, that means you're part of a problem. So for me, you lose that right to that demographic to democracy for 4 years. You've had a manifesto, you've not delivered it. You should have to deliver part or a certain part of that manifesto within a certain period of time. And if you don't, fucking hell, you lose your chance, you should get fucked off out. That's my opinion. That is why they lose that right to that 4 years.
Like you said there, people are entitled to their 4 years. Not everybody's going to get everything right. But along the way, you have to be showing to do something that is right.
Or going in the right direction.
And he's not.
And saying the right things.
He's doing something to fit what suits him and his beliefs only. He's not doing it for anyone else. This is about the Starmer show, and that's it. For the likes of you and me, he doesn't give a shit. It's pretty clear.
Do you think do you think he's actually like a sociopath in the way that he is, or do you think
he's an egotistical individual that is obsessed with power? I think he's obsessed with his own beliefs. He's got no ears. He's got one mouth, and he listens through his mouth and speaks through it. There is no other way with the man. He refuses to comprehend anybody's beliefs or understanding to daily life. Whether that be the cost of living, farms, as you say, whatever it may be. It's his way or the highway. Now, not everyone's going to agree with his way, but surely it has to come a point where you have to understand that I might not believe with the far right, if you like, but I'm going to be shown to doing something right to try and support them, even if you don't believe it. You can't just keep going
in terms of the migrants. So, for instance, if we're going to like this pick on that in particular, because obviously we're outside the Bell Hotel in Epping, just over the road, we're just by Bell Common. So get liking and sharing, guys. If you're still in the room, please subscribe if you're not already. But the gaslighting is one thing that I can't stand. I cannot stand the fact that he will come out and say, we are doing our best. We are going to smash the gangs. We are stopping boats more than ever. One in, one out. We've got a fucking hokey cokey system. One in, one out, one back again. Like literally, he's like right. I've put a post together. Right.
Has anybody seen one go out?
I know they're celebrating the fact that I think 6 or 12 have left the country by this one in, one out system.
I know.
Right, but in that time, about 5,000 have come in.
Great.
So, in terms of what he's doing absolutely fuck all. Right, let's face it, he's got no political will. It took...
What does he do every day apart from knock out...
It took a team of guys, right, that, we've seen... who's the guy from GB News? Patrick Christie. We've seen him go to Calais and expose gangs in the Calais camps, right? We've seen Raise the Colours who've been out recently. I don't know if anyone's seen that video footage. They went out to, I believe, were they in Dover or Calais? Someone could correct me. But they were out there exposing the migrants on the beaches and acting as a deterrent. It doesn't take a lot. You don't even need. I know people say they should put the army out, the Navy out into the English Channel and that, which they can do. But we don't even need that. You just need people stop them coming in. As soon as they're coming on a boat, turn around and go back. We've paid France £500 million, right?
Is there a war
And they've
in
done
France
nothing
that
with it.
We're all missing.
No, of course there isn't.
Is there a war we're missing?
No, there's no
they're
war.
so they're not
It's
fleeing.
because we've got so many benefits to offer them
Absolutely.
that we've got no
And
deterrence.
from their point of view, why would you turn
If
that
you
down?
stop the benefits, I guarantee you that hardly anyone will cross that channel. You'll still get your few, because don't forget, I know we concentrate on the boats here, but there's a problem with people coming over on planes, lorries. For me at the moment, legal migration needs to stop, because you also and student visas. And I'll tell you why. Anyone that comes in on a visa, what they're doing is they're letting their visas expire, and then that means they're staying in the country legally. Then they go and disappear off the face of the earth, and that's what happens. So there's so many processes and procedures, from my point of view, that need stopping. It's not just about the boats, and I'm not against migration, legal migration, but at this moment in time, for me, the UK has become, we're such a small island, we've become so unsustainable. We have to stop. We have to get our own shit in order, get our house in order. Then maybe in 5-10 years time, I think we've got to stop giving out British passports willy-nilly. I even think we need to go back a step further and start revoking passports that we've given out over the last 5, 10, maybe even 15 years. I know it might sound a bit controversial, but
if you lose
we
your
have
passport, how hard is it to get an emergency one? As a
pretty.
British citizen?
It's pretty quick. I think if you go down to, is it Little France?
So it's the same amount of time as these guys can apply,
Yeah.
yeah?
But I don't think they get them that easily, because they need to go through application process for asylum. But people say they're asylum seeking, but they're illegal migrants in my eyes. What do you think we should do with them? So let's say let's say we close the hotels down. Where do you think they should go? Do you reckon they need? I know we all know they need to be deported, but then what about this Operation Scatter that they're doing at the minute with HMOs and things like that?
It is what it is.
But for the time being, I think, right, because there are a lot of them.
Let Starmer take a couple in.
Exactly. They
Let
should
Starmer-
all.
let Starmer take a couple
The
in.
problem only hits their doorstep when they're shitting on it.
Yeah, exactly that. But no one seems to shit on his doorstep. He has an easy ride, day in, day out. His life is easy.
Easy ride with who? Ukrainian rent boys?
And Obama last week, I think. Obama and his
Let's going to
husband
go
was
through
over
some
last
comments.
week.
Guys, have we got any questions? Couldn't get into the country. Who's that? Rule Britannia, how you doing, mate? No worries. Take over, mate. What are your views? Right, let's talk about. I don't really go into Islam too deep, because I don't know why. I do think there's a problem with extreme Islam. Do you think there's a problem with Islam as a whole? Because I've got Muslim friends, right?
So have
That obviously follow Islam, and
for sure.
I've got not a problem. They're like you or me,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
No issues whatsoever. So
That's
I can't aim it at them. So but then I'm a Catholic. I'm a Christian Catholic, right? But then I don't follow. I'm not like a devout fucking. I don't go to church every week.
The danger is you've got the extremists now, and more extremists come in.
Yeah.
That are exposing what goes on in their own countries within Islamic law, if you like, here.
Sharia law.
Sharia law. Now, not all Islamic are bad, or Islam's are bad for sure. There's good and bad in every culture, as we know. But when your culture believes that marrying 9-year-old children is okay, and you've got more of those that believe that don't, you're going to have an instant problem, and that's just one of the issues. You come across. How many things do they believe in that we don't, from a culture point of view?
Well, I think for me, the issue you got from that extreme point of view is that where you've got the barbaric
And I'm not
extreme
just talking
side
terrorism.
of.
I'm talking
yeah.
as in like marriage at that age, or
Yeah.
you know, being able to having sex with
It's
a
not.
10-year-old
It's not a
girl.
religion. It's more of
not
a,
okay.
it's the cultural side that gets inbred
And this is the problem. So when you've got people in the
into
bell,
society.
when you've got people in the bell, yeah,
The thing it's okay to go
they
around
think it's
touching
okay.
up teenage
they think it's
girls.
okay. And then you've got someone being extremist. They're listening to the shit they listen to that think that's okay. What do you think is going to happen?
But this
It's
is
gonna end
where,
one
and
way.
it's not just say with like Islam, but like in terms of when you got the likes of Sadiq Khan that says diversity is our strength. For me, diversity causes division. You need unity is what unites people, right? We are a Christian country, so you ain't even got to be a Christian to support what Christian beliefs are about. Like, and how many times have I said this, right? It's this very simple morals, right? It's knowing like your please and your thank yous, right? What's good, what's bad, right, wrong. That comes from your family, right? That comes from your parents. That comes from your family unit. And I believe the government are also trying to divide family units and segregate people's. That's why you get divorce rates were high, birth rates are low. Do you know what I'm saying? All these things all have contributing factors. Society. Look at teenage kids. I work with so many teenage kids. They're fucking on. They're out. They're up to. They've got all this antisocial behaviour, right? They've got no one to look up to, right? They've got no family network to support them, and then they just go off and then their social media, drugs, drink, crime.
But I say this. How much is it to put a man in jail for a year or a woman? 11,000? If you took half of that and give it to the criminal, yeah, it's only 6,000. That would help them use that to be something, inspire them. If they had the right people around them, they could use that money. We're then saving half the amount of jail money. They're having something for them. Once they run out, they run out. But they could use.
What do you think about knife crime at the minute, though, in particular?
How's it? It's not publicated how big. It's as worst it's ever been. This is the worst it's ever been.
And we only see it getting reported through the. I mean, anyone here knows there's a load of. I said we're all on X, and it's like X is obviously the platform for like pretty much the latest news. But in terms of, we see videos day in day out. Some of them are graphic. People just coming. There's one I posted yesterday. A sword fight. Literally two guys in Leeds having a sword fight. It was like Pirates of the Caribbean in the middle of the street. I'm not even joking. All they were missing was like a little moustache and some some puss in boots and a fucking
Parrot.
and an eye patch. Do you know what I mean? And I know we're laughing, but it's like it's not funny. It's like these people will literally stick a knife in you because they don't give a shit.
And that's the fear you've got now. Look, I'm not the only one with a 5-year-old daughter or children in general. That doesn't matter how old your children are. But as a 5-year-old, being a father of a 5-year-old, you just think, what's this going to be like in 6-7 years' time when she's 11, 12? What the fuck are the streets going to be like?
Yeah.
What is going to be going on here? I don't want her to live in a world where she's got to be trapped indoors because she can't go and live her life. That's not fair. But that's where we're heading.
I think that's where we were lucky growing up. I know I'm a little bit older than you, but it's like, in terms of like me growing up, I was lucky to be brought up in an era where everything was at the point where you could enjoy a little bit of life.
And the only,
you know what I mean?
the only people that get resented for that were the parents, because the kids will turn on the parents and go, Mum, Dad, you're not letting me go out. Actually, our government are making sure as parents we fail in that way. We're going to have arguments with our children. You can't go this, you can't go there. Well, why can't we go to cinema? Why can't we do this? Well, this is why. Yeah, but you did it as a kid, but you know all the excuses you're going to hear when they get to the young teenager. It's only to protect them, but they won't understand that. Because as a young teen, you don't understand.
They rebel anyway.
Anyway.
I mean,
imagine the fear of them rebelling, then leaving the house without you knowing, not having a fucking clue where they are, with these lunatics on the street, or knife crime about, not just.
And that's my fear as a parent myself. I mean, anyone obviously who's got kids, you'd never stop worrying about your kids, no matter how old they are. So like, even my eldest boy is like 17 now, and he lives up in the Midlands, and it's like, he's at an age now where when you're that age, you think you're invincible. You think you think no one can touch you. And yeah, it only takes someone to say the wrong thing or the wrong word or bump into him, trip him, whatever, and then one little trigger.
You know what it's like now? You look at someone in the wrong way as it is. He could be in the car. There's a problem.
Yeah.
Let alone if you're on the street and you say it to the wrong person. How many times do you see stabbings on buses now? Yeah.
Do you know what makes me laugh though with that? Right, not makes me laugh.
There's cameras everywhere.
There's cameras everywhere. There's cameras. We've never seen more cameras than ever.
You're trapped wherever you go, and you're still free to run.
It doesn't act as a deterrent for people to think, do you know what, I'm going to be filmed here, I'm going to be on CCTV. People,
because they know they're not going to get caught.
No, but they don't care either. They don't care.
They're fearless, these people.
Yeah.
And it's a culture problem we're now having, which is coming into this country from whatever reason, that more and more people are living their life fearless. They do not care. And if you've got something that they haven't got, the easiest way for them to do it is come and take it. And they'll come and take it, whether that's your mobile phone, your jacket, your car, your watch. I was mugged outside the Ritz, as you know, for my watch.
Yeah, well, this is a story if you want to tell it. This is a story that happened with Sam a few years ago.
And I came out of a bar dead opposite the Ritz in Dover Street, and came out drunk. Hold my hands up to that. Started speaking to a guy, walked around the corner, and the guy, I asked him for a lighter. He flicked the lighter, and it was a blade. Put it straight to my stomach. Rest is history. Took the watch. Look, my life's more important than a watch.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world. But that fear of having that done, what it's done is it's deterred me from going back to London. Yeah, and I spent money in London. I had good times in London. I wouldn't go back there for a night out. I'd go there if I had to for a meeting or something like that, but you won't see me there for a night out. I said to my missus the other week, let's go to Liverpool Street. Said it in the morning, and the time it got to it, I went, not doing this actually, can't be bothered. Because it's that fear.
Sorry.
It's that constant fear. You don't want to live like that. Who wants to live like that?
Yeah, but I don't. I mean, I'm from London as well, like originally, and it's like I do go into London, but not because I want to or because I want to socialise. I don't particularly choose to go to London now because not only is it expensive and all the rest of it, but I just don't even like walking around the streets, even in the city part. Which are the
when you come out now, as two, if we went out now, we come out at 1 a.m. and we had to wait for a cab. It's scary enough, right? If you're coming out and you're 2-3 girls and you got to wait for a cab, I mean, I couldn't imagine from their point of view how scary that is for them. Cab after cab, can't get in a cab because the black cabs are taken. You can't get an Uber, and then if they do turn up in the Uber, who the fuck's driving the Uber?
well, that is another thing
So
as well.
Another problem, but these are basic things and checks that should be done. Yeah, when you deliver Uber as a driver, as a Uber Eats, every certain amount of deliveries, you're asked to take a selfie of yourself. Yeah, so they can verify it's you. When you're driving the car, the same thing doesn't happen. It's the same company. So why, if you're doing every 2-3 trips, should you not take a selfie of yourself?
I know there's a few campaigns, and
You know, it generates more money. They don't care who's driving the car.
there's a councillor that we spoke to, well, George Madgwick, if anyone remembers. He's I think he's the councillor for Portsmouth. Someone might be able to correct me if I'm wrong. And he's advocated for CCTV to be compulsory in cab companies, and I think he managed to get the funding for it, which would help a lot of young women in particular for when they need a taxi and going, because the amount of
you should want it on yourself anyway.
because I think there was some astonishing stat, and I can't remember what it was. It was something to do with the rate of sexual assault in taxis and minicabs, and it was absolutely rife. I'm not going to quote it because I can't remember it off the top of my head. So, but I couldn't believe. No, sorry. The stat was rife, but the reduction of having CCTV in cabs was something like 87% reduction in sexual assaults in taxis by just having the CCTV as a deterrent, as a compulsory measure. Someone can check that for me, please, but I'm pretty sure that's true.
There are measurements you can take, and like I say, Uber have done it with their delivery drivers when it comes to food, but you won't do it with the cab drivers, knowing full well the problem within Uber is in the cab driver, is in the taxis. So why have you now put it to someone delivering a kebab, but not someone delivering a fucking taking someone home?
Something to your house. I know, in case someone's gonna bust their way in, but at the same time, you're in the comfort of your own home, so so you've got that security, that little bit of security there anyway. But it's still it's a measure that's least in place, but not in the taxi.
But they've got it in place. So why is that not being used? Why is that not being used where the problem is?
Well, we've seen
on another side.
we've seen the footage previously. I think it was a few years ago where there was a taxi driver and he was sexually assaulting a girl in the back of the cab. Yeah. And the guy filmed it and he didn't know what to say or do. This is what I'm saying, because they're highly, not because they all are, but generally if you're going to get a cab home, you've had a drink. So where girls, or not just girls, it must probably happen to men as well, but highly intoxicated. You can't think. You're not 100%.
That's what alcohol does to you, as we all know. We've all been in that position at times, vulnerable. You make stupid choices when you're pissed. But you hope when you get in the cab, you assume and you respect that you're gonna pay someone to take you home. That's it. You should not be at risk. I'm not saying every cab journey is always going to be fully safe, even before this shit we have now.
Devils, I've just seen your comment. 2A is a great deterrent. Just saying, unfortunately, we don't have the Second Amendment over here. What would you say to? I do get a few Americans in here. Devils, she's Devils, are you male or female, by the way? Because I don't even know. But you've been following me for quite a while, and I appreciate your support. But what do you think about the Second Amendment having arms in the UK? Do you reckon it's a good thing or a bad thing?
It's almost like we've already got it. Everyone carries an arm, don't they?
That's a good one. Yeah. Do you know what? Sinclair, I've just seen WD-40. Do you know what? Look what I carried in my bag when I was in Aston Villa. 1 second. I couldn't find any deep heat, right?
But cold spray.
But look what I did have. I had some. just in case. And I said, I had a couple of security guards, fortunately enough, and I said, if you ever need to reach for that out of my backpack, just grab it. You know, I might not blind them, but at least they'll smell nice. Yeah, the thing is, you know what someone said though about the WD-40 though, you need the little tube because obviously it will just come out like as a
problem you've
spray.
got, everyone then starts carrying that. You're then giving those that want to use weapons a weapon.
Yeah, so I'm just reading that Tower Hamlets scared the shit out. When did you go to Tower Hamlets? Because I was at the Whitechapel protest, and it was do you know, I don't know whether it's I don't know whether I don't really get intimidated in London, if I'm being perfectly honest personally, but I get why people can, because you know what it is as well. Like I fear for like going back to like young women and that, like women, young, whatever, teenagers. Because when you think about it, right, even as men, like even though we can all get scared. There's nothing wrong with being scared, because I'm not gonna lie. If I got surrounded by 4 or 5 people with a knife, I'm gonna shit myself, right? Right, I'm gonna do whatever I can to get out of there. I ain't hanging around for no one, right? I've got kids and a family. I don't need to be brave. Live to fight another day. Do you know what I'm saying? But like to be, you know, and because obviously I'm doing what I do get people do DM me with their stories and say this has happened and that's happened. You know what? I feel to be a woman in today's society, especially in the UK, it's absolutely
horrific.
It's like it's fearful,
I don't like
and we're not even like scaremongering because you're trying to safeguard people.
I don't even like my missus wearing jewellery. That's how bad it is.
Well, I don't. I've got one bit of jewellery. Well, you know me. I never wear a watch for that reason anyway. I just don't even see the point. And even if I do wear jewellery, I hide it.
How bad has it got where you're saying to your wife, "Don't wear your engagement ring, don't wear your wedding ring"? Yeah. Or if you're going out, you can't wear a bracelet. I mean, how bad have things got? Seriously, I mean, it's just there's no words for this really. How bad it is. So from a woman's point of view, for sure. And you've got to think of these teachers in schools at times as well, especially the one that was in Waltham Abbey, when they didn't have the guides inside or not. She's got to deal with that on her own, because the teachers are in classes. Yeah, I don't know if there's caretakers there or whatever, but the teachers are in classes with the kids. This woman's running. You can just imagine this woman running around like a headless chicken, not knowing who she's going to bump into, not knowing what he's carrying, not knowing what he's capable of doing.
Wasp above your head, mate. Sorry, I can't stand wasps.
Not sure what he's capable of doing, and it's a sad state of affairs. And this place was Epping and Essex especially was always built on a community. It was lovely here. Everywhere you go, everyone knows each other, everyone look after each other, protect.
I mean, you've been around here. I mean, we've been years, and
you'll
see like parents and all sorts. Well, you're still here.
Yeah, I'm still here. And look, this place will always be home to me. It doesn't feel like home anymore, but it'll always be home.
Would you say to people then that right? Because I've done a little thing. I don't know if you watched it, but I went up to Epping High Street about a month ago. Well, about 2 months ago. It was actually on my birthday when I went, and I spoke to locals in the high street just to see what they think about the protesting, just to get a gauge of what the locals actually do feel, because I think it's important that when you've got these anti-protesters say that the locals of Epping don't want all this. Look, no one wants to be protesting outside a hotel. I do get it. No one wants to be doing that. There's no enjoyment in that. So it was like just to gauge, and apart from 1 or 2 that sort of I had a couple of disagreements with, even they actually still agreed that the hotel should have been shut down, but they didn't agree with the protesting. So I got to feel that, and there were obviously people that didn't want to talk to me either, which is fine. Like I'm not gonna make people want to talk or give their opinion, sure. Especially when you're on camera. I get it. So what do you think, like for instance, when you know about the area of Epping and the locals and the communities?
I've never seen this place so disrupted. It is completely pulled apart from pillar to post, whether that's people's opinions. And look, we've all got our ideas on how things should be run and how community should be, and there's always going to be a divide. Everyone's at each other's necks now. If you don't agree with someone, it's tearing families apart. Sisters not speaking, brothers not speaking because everyone's got a different opinion. Not only Epping. This country wasn't built on that. We were united. This was a solid foundation we had. It's completely torn apart now, and especially here. Sorry, Mark, but especially Epping, Loughton, surrounding areas, Buckhurst Hill, is a place, as I say, it's a community. It's a very much community feel. You look out for each other. You come down the pub on a Sunday or in a week. You catch up with each other. If you was on your own, you'd make sure the wife got home. Someone else's wife got home. That's how it was. Now you'd be lucky if someone lets their wife out, or if they let their husband out.
And that's exactly what I was going to touch on, because I've said it quite a few times when I've done the lives here. Because bearing in mind, there's going to be people here that not from the area. A lot of people from either overseas or from different parts of the UK. but Epping is like one of the nicest places, one of the nicest little sort of towns, villages, whatever you want to call it. Honestly, it's absolutely beautiful. And the other areas, like you said, like Loughton, you've got Chigwell, Buckhurst Hill. Even this pub we're in now is a beautiful little country pub. Do nice food. There's so many nice little country pubs around here, and you know, it's a quiet place. And now it's not only is it on the map in the UK, but it's like been highlighted across the whole world. So
what doesn't help? Look, you've got the cost of living, which is expensive anyway in pubs, especially that's come out for an extra. To come to the pub is a bonus if you can afford it. You're lucky. You can come out for a pint.
but people are lucky around here because it is quite affluent area as well.
It's affluent. But there comes a point. These pubs are now suffering because people are scared to go out. And they don't know how they're going to get home. They don't want to get in Ubers. They don't want to get in cabs. They don't want to come out in case something happens. A fight kicks off in the pub. People don't want to speak at the bar. When you used to go out to a bar, you'd have a conversation.
Yeah.
You go to a bar now, you say something. You're scared to say anything in case it's the wrong thing. So
Well, the pub we go to is actually quite full. It's 50. So the pub that me and Sam normally go to, which is the one up in the high street, it's quite 50-50 left and right. So I don't care. Like everyone knows me, I'm opinionated. Like I'll say my piece. But sometimes, obviously, when we go to the pub, we don't go to just talk politics. We have to sort of park that up sometimes. But I do get funny looks myself when I go in there. But at the same time, it's like we should be able to say what we want. But one thing I was going to ask you, right? Because maybe you know better than me. But in terms of things like housing market, are people struggling to sort of sell their homes because of what's going on, say, at the hotel? Because people feel that the house is being devalued by these hotels because...
I think that's the country in general. I don't think that's just here. I think the country in general, people don't want to buy. Why would you buy? If you bring that tax in now, where you got the tax when you buy, you got the tax when you sell. What's the purpose in buying anymore? You might as well rent, in my opinion. That's a conversation for another time. I don't believe in buying, but round here, what I buy, you've got houses being built next to the hotel here. Brand new development. Someone has put their bollocks on the line and had to take the cost of this because they ain't selling. Nobody's buying.
They probably stopped building.
Yeah. Somebody's taking that cost.
Do you know what though? I need clarification on that, but I do think them houses that are being built are owned. I think the land is owned by the owners of the hotel. I think they bought that land out. I might be wrong. Again, I need to look into it, but that's what I've heard. So I could be completely wrong. But either way, it doesn't matter. So you know, like the houses that are just by the development.
So they're going to add more immigrants in there? They're going to put more in there?
Well, they could be used now as HMOs.
That's my point.
And what my fear is now, because I probably didn't get, I probably should have pushed Dad on it or asked him, but like in terms of like, what this means now for the UK, in terms of all these other hotels that are now pretty much going to get a free pass, unless their councils have gone about their homework in the right way. So for me, like you say, like now we're going to get all these HMOs and we're going to get all sorts going on. Like,
if you're a young person now, you can't go out. You've got to save every penny you've got to put a deposit down on an HMO that you don't know who's your next door neighbour's going to be.
But I think now the government are going to start dishing out. Now they've got this bit of a free pass. They might go and dish out a 10-year contract here now.
You know what's going to happen.
Do you know what I mean? So
you know that's exactly what's going to happen.
They're going to secure these contracts up until like 2035, and
there's two
that's
winners.
billions and
The
billions.
government
Like,
and the landlord. That's it. There's two winners. Everyone else has to suffer. We've got to live in this shit. Not just in this area, but everywhere else. Everybody's got to put up with this crap so everyone else gets richer. And it's not even getting richer for a good purpose. You are taking everything away from the British people that work their bollocks off daily to have no end goal. What's the point?
no, I agree, man. I'm just flicking through some of the comments here. When we was at school, we sung hymns at assembly. Yes, Karen. Yes, exactly. I remember that. Kumbaya. And we used to get the old recorder out. I was I was in the violin club as well. HH comments, love Epping and all the lovely people I've met at the protests. I'm from Harlow. I won't go out anywhere after dark now in Harlow. It's too dangerous. And we don't have the migrant hotel. Yeah, that is a shame. Do you know what? I was at, I went to the Civic Centre in Harlow today just to do the Remembrance Armistice Day. Yeah, can you get me a Guinness, mate? Yeah, sorry, we're just topping up on the old beers. So let me just go and have a flick through the comments. Sam's going to go and top up our drinks. So, yeah, I'm just going to go back over some of the comments. Should we change the subject a little bit? Yeah, Devil, just go, how seriously do you defend yourself on the streets? You know what? Nothing. The best thing you can do is They shut the pub already. Oh, what? Because of the protest?
No, it's shut open at 5.
You're joking. What time is it?
3.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, for fucking... Sorry. I wanted another beer, but we didn't realise. Let me go and have a little look. Guys, bear with me 1 second. I just want to see what's going on. Can we get start sharing out the live, please? I've just had a question. How do we defend it? We don't defend. We can't defend ourselves. We got to literally use our fists or call the police. But I would rather I'd rather look after myself than call the police. If I'm being perfectly honest. I'm from Birmingham. We will be first to collapse. Okay, I'm sorry. Like honestly, there's been so much shit going on in Birmingham as well. I was at Villa Park last week. Got some decent conversations though from people. I think there's a lot of miscommunication between there was a lot of antisocial behaviour by, say, if you want to say the Muslim community that were there for the pro-Palestinian side. I don't think they understood why they were there, but they were just there for a day out. And when we got to speak to some of their elders, they was actually okay, to be fair. And they want to try and bring people together. Shouldn't be allowed that. No, I agree. Let's have a look. Why don't all the migrants get searched before they're allowed out? Because they'll say it's a breach of their human rights.
Yeah, exactly that.
That's what they'll say. Right, the pub's shut till 5, so that's annoying. Guys, what are we thinking about the live so far, by the way? Yeah, Catherine, yeah, you got it. It is Terry Venables. We're here with Sam Venables, the son of Terry, grandson of Terry. We can have. Do you want to go some more questions? Respect Terry with Dagenham and Bourne. He wouldn't be like it. Yeah, I know.
You'd hate it.
He'd hate it. Well, let's ask that question to Sam. Right, so Sam, on that one, how would your granddad feel about the state of the UK now?
So disappointed, but I think anyone of that era would be. He wouldn't be alone. Don't forget, he grew up in football, which was multi diverse. So this isn't about race, colour, whatever you are, religion, nothing to do with that. This is about how this country is turning, and what my granddad always stood for. If you work hard, he always say to me, life's like a bank. The more you put in, the more you get out. Unfortunately, now the more you put in, the less you're getting out. So that theory that everyone always had back in that era doesn't work. And what's the point now? He'd probably look at it and think, well, what's the point for young people now to go and strive and get up at 5 a.m, work all the extra hours, do this and do that? What for?
Obviously, you can't answer for your granddad because unfortunately he's not with us.
Yeah.
But your granddad lived an amazing football career, Chelsea. Amazing, honestly, managerial career. Like I remember my dad even telling me when he used to go and watch him, and bearing in mind his best mate was George Graham.
George Graham.
He was like friends with like all them lot, Jimmy Greaves
George Graham, Jimmy Greaves.
Right.
Yeah,
so
lived a lovely life.
he lived let's face it, he lived an amazing life. Obviously, ended up going to Barcelona, and he turned. What you people don't understand is that when Terry Venables went to Barcelona, he turned football on its head. Right. He made Barcelona won their first La Liga in about 20 odd years. 21 years. And if it wasn't for Terry Venables, he set up the likes of.
Let's bring back let's go to Euro '96.
We'll come here. The reason why I'm asking these questions and putting it out, right, is because, and this is the question for you, right, is bearing in mind he lived that amazing life then out in Spain, right, retired back out there, didn't he, after coming back here and then going back out there. Obviously done amazingly well for himself financially and business-wise and everything like that. But however, he did, like when he managed clubs like Middlesbrough, Tottenham, England, he had the feel of the nation behind him, and he had people in work. He was a working class man with a working class background, and I think he had that aura about him. That's why people loved him so much, because of the style of football that he played. The style of football that we used to play in the parks and in the playgrounds and in the fields and whatever, and in local, that was our ideology, football, for me anyway, right? And I know things have changed. We have some good managers since, right? But not, for me, it stood out. 1996 stood out for me, right? So before we go into, like, all of that, in terms of, like, what you were saying about, he was obviously brought up locally, right? Do you think he would have had an idea on reality would be like though now in today's society. So do you get what I mean?
No, yeah, I do understand. But look, he didn't have a reality on life for him as it was then. So, you know, especially not now. But look, that's because
He was super celebrity status, even though the money wasn't necessarily there.
wasn't,
When he
yeah.
became like he was like up there. So
Yeah,
was he
absolutely.
separated from the fans and like in the working class when he got?
Look, no, he was a normal guy. You
Yeah.
know, he did. This was a man that would walk in a pub and have a drink with you, like if he was walking his dog. That the fame never got to him. He wasn't. That was no of interest to Terry Venables. Being a football manager, he loved football. He'd been around football all his life. It's all he ever knew. And you know, for him outside of that, he struggled. And when I say struggled, I don't mean like he couldn't get on or understand the reality of life, but this man was a man who didn't even know how to post a letter. Everything was done for him. But that's unfortunately, that's a football world. That's a totally different issue. But when he went to 96, and the one thing I get asked all the time, what was 96 like? But the one thing that people always do say to me was, he brought the country together. And this country, if you remember 96, was united. This is close, and you never see a football tournament. I've never seen a football tournament like it again since, where everybody's united, everybody's close. And it's a shame because you look at that now and you relate it back to football, but you don't see that's how we were in total as a country, not just football. You look at it now; it's so separated, and that's because of how your day-to-day living is, what's going on in the world. But what he did was like I say, he united he brought everybody together. United it together, and everyone got behind each other. Everyone believed in each other.
Especially that tournament being in England as well.
It reminds me a little bit of Epping now, because everyone's behind each other here. And if you go to other counties, you've got the same thing. Everyone's starting to get close, like unite together.
Which is important. It's now, and I said the same thing when I spoke to Callum last week or the week before. I said, like, the one good thing to come out of these protests is that people have, communities have come together. I've made so many friends up here, even walking up there, like when I was up there doing the live, of people too, you know, like, do you know what I mean? Winding down the window saying hello. I'm not being funny. No wanker ever says hello to me in the street. So we get one who's even better. I don't even think I'd be lucky to get hello off my dad. But in terms of, let's say, so what would your granddad have made? Let's say the protest outside Villa Park last week, if he'd seen...
He would have hated it because it's not what he was so far from anything like that. He didn't believe in anything like that. You know, you're all as one. You're the same, no matter what colour skin you are, whether you're gay, you're straight, you're whatever, no matter what religion you are, you're all the same. You're treated equal. And Granddad had such a vast array of friends from every single dynamic. So to him, he wouldn't understand that.
In terms, let's say, I know we're talking hypothetically now, right? But in terms of had he been there to witness something like that, and bearing in mind what football and what media are like, and you know, where their press teams are like, etc. Do you think he would have come out and said something and like said, no, hang on, guys, this has got to stop? Do you know what I mean? We've got to, like, I don't want you here. Like, do not disrupt.
I can't talk for him, and obviously he's not here to defend that, so I can't say that. I know him well enough. He would have said something. He would have said, enough's enough. You know, and this is football. This is politics. This doesn't come together. You know, at the end of the day, you've got young kids there going out with their fathers or their mothers, to go and watch a game of football. You don't want to be walking down the street worrying what's going to go on just to get to your seat. That's not what this is not what that's about. They were trying to prove a point. Their point, did it work? Not in my opinion. They were the bollocks. They got an extra few views for their social media channels. What did it actually gain? Nothing. Nothing's changed from their point of view. It disrupted the game. And
it rolled up the Villa fans to some degree. Exactly. Not all of them. A lot of them, the ones that I spoke to, ignored it.
The players didn't give a shit. This is the players going to.
Well, and this is the thing.
They win the game no matter what. It makes no difference.
But even with Tel Aviv, even I spoke to Yusuf Haddad, who I didn't even know who he was. I'm not going to lie, but everyone saw that interview. Go on my YouTube. There's about a 12-minute long video. Oh, is it here? Yeah. We're getting where are we getting a cab to? George. Oh, we're getting a cab to another pub, guys. That he even said they got a Muslim guy playing for them, so it wasn't even about. He said, and the one thing that I took away from interviewing him, if anyone watched that, even though it's on the clip of the interview is about 12 minutes long, is actually by Stop the Boats Media, by the way, because he clipped up and sent it to me because my visual wasn't that great. But the full video's on Tommy's Urban Scoop YouTube channel, so Tommy Robinson YouTube, it's on there. But what I would say, one thing I took, he said it's about the extremist side. He goes, it eradicate all extremism. He goes, when you go to Israel, like a lot of these communities do live together like harmoniously. So that's what it's the extremism that is the problem.
That's the issue.
And he's got a problem with the BBC
Not
because obviously the
culture.
propaganda that they portray. Guys, I'm going to get in the. Do you want me to carry on? I know the numbers are dropping now, so. He said he was going to the match and he just ignored it all. Yeah, okay, that's the best thing to do with things like that. Oh, look, Rona absolutely loved Terry Venables.
Bless.
So, yeah, thanks, Brandon. Yeah, go and give me a like and a share if you can, man, guys. Thank you very much for my mods. Your lives are great, Martin. Great interviews. Thank you, Scouse, mate. Anyone looking for legal defence, look into Farb Gel. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. I knew one of George Graham's relatives from Coatbridge.
Yeah.
RWB. Terry had links to Birmingham. Ask Sammy knows about that. Not through football, through family. Links to Birmingham.
Not that I know.
No, Ben put it in Greavesy. Yeah. People forget as well. Greaves played for Chelsea. You know.
Yeah.
He was a Chelsea boy, and George Graham. They were all Chelsea boys. Rachel Reeves is about to piss a lot of people off in the next few weeks. Yeah. I'm going back. Good live. I've got a cab. I've got an Uber here. Right. I'm going to bring it with us. I'm going to keep the live going. If you guys are happy with that. 1 second. Guys, put the comments in. If you want me to keep the live going, I'm probably not gonna end up back at the protest because I don't know what's gonna be going on. I'm just gonna go back to somewhere else in the high street. You got that, mate? Yeah. We'll do a. So, have you got any more questions for Sam?
Thank you, mate.
Right, mate. Sorry, I'm just on the live. Yeah, we'll 1 second, mate.
The one in Birmingham.
Yeah, you got a.
Probably got a few cousins somewhere anyway.
I grew up watching Eltel. Good man, he was. Yeah. Well, how about we have a couple of stories? Do you want to, while we're in the taxi, we'll do a. Sorry, I'm just sorting my airline out. I'm going to go Turkey next year, definitely. Man. Yeah. Eltel, wasn't that one? Yeah, that was his nickname, Eltel, because he was in Spain, wasn't he? So that's where he got the name from. Yeah. So what I was going to say about that with Spain, and I'm putting. Sam would know this anyway, but it's like in terms of where Barcelona, he led Barcelona to their first La Liga in about 20 odd years, I believe.
Took him to the Champions League as well, that same year.
Yeah, took him to the. Unfortunately, they didn't win that though, did they?
Lost on penalties.
And then we're just going to go past the Bell Hotel actually. So what I'll do, I'll keep the camera out there. But also he had a massive influence on the likes of Bobby Robson, which then Pep had a lot of respect for him. Right, so on that, right, we're talking about England, right? Because Terry Venables, didn't he give Gary Neville his debut?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
So what do you think of Gary Neville now?
The same. If you're...
The bell's quiet, by the way, guys. Look,
just looking.
gonna
Sorry.
Yeah, there's no one here. There's still no one here.
My opinion on Gary won't change from a personal point of view because
hold on for a sec.
having been fortunate to be around him and from a footballing point of view, he was great. And when my granddad passed away, he was brilliant as well to us as a family. So I have a lot of time and a lot of respect for Gary. His political views I don't agree with whatsoever in any way, shape or form. But I'm not going to sit here and badmouth someone that has been extremely respectful towards my family. I totally understand why anybody in their right mind have those opinions on him now and dislike him. But it goes back to what we said about Villa a minute ago. Politics and football should not mix. It shouldn't mix.
Because for me, I just think like, when I know
football's a breathing space for people.
The shameful thing for me, right? I mean, I've never been a Gary Neville fan, like in terms of football, because I didn't. He was a good professional, but I never overly rated him as a player. However, I had more respect for him when he became a commentator. So quite like his analysis, but at the same time, I just think he made a bit of a mistake. And I know he's a sympathiser towards Starmer. That's very clear because he was out in Davos, wasn't he, when he got interviewed? So that's fine. People can have their political beliefs and not agree on, because let's face it, I disagree with.
We have so much shit day to day when it comes to politics and how life is. Football should be a breathing space. It should be something that deters us from it. We get to go and watch football, and that's the hour and a half we have away from normality. It's like the fun part. Unfortunately, it's not now. Everything you've got is you've got some ex-footballer promoting what they believe in, or putting across their political views, and it shouldn't be that.
Does it sound better now? Sorry. But in terms of the one thing I was going to add to that as well was the fact that obviously when your granddad did pass away, I remember one of the first things you said that Gary Neville had reached out to you and your family, and was very, very supportive in that process.
He was amazing, Gary. He really was. He was one of the first people on the phone to myself and then to my mum. He was great, and he couldn't have spoken highly, and he couldn't have helped any more than he had. He had some wonderful things to say, which was nice to hear at a time which was very difficult for us as a group. So from that point of view, I don't have anything bad to say about Gary Neville. On a personal level, none so ever, but I do disagree with his political views. Totally, I think they're totally out of touch, totally wrong. I think part of me believes that he probably didn't. He's got a lot of regret with what he said, but I can't speak for him. Obviously, I don't know. But as I say, football and politics should have their own spaces, and football fans should be that space that we have, that we get to watch for an hour and a half, that takes our mind away from this stuff. We live this daily. We don't need this 24 hours a day. We need some sort of life.
And I agree. And I think, like, especially doing like what I'm doing now with the citizen journalism, it is like literally 24/7. But the interesting thing about what you just said, because I completely agree, it was like there was the division between you had your Villa fans, because let's face it, you had the people that were pro Gaza, pro Palestinian, having their protest, and then you had there was no real counter protest. The counter protest, well, there was a counter protest, but it's around the other side, right? So you had that side of it, which was kept well separate, and then you had the Villa fans, and then the Villa fans did get involved because they felt like they needed to say something, which they did. But then I'm thinking, but then you're dividing the Villa fans, because then you're going to have a percentage, because Birmingham's a majority Muslim city, second biggest city in the UK.
Yeah.
So, but then I've seen videos like, they've interviewed a couple of Muslim guys, and they've gone, do you know what, football, politics, keep it, and that's the way the fans should be. Even if you are politically biased, if I was going to watch, because we're both Chelsea fans, as you can imagine, if I went to a football match, watch Chelsea, and someone tried to interview me about politics, I wouldn't. And I had that because I was doing exactly that as an interviewer. I was doing that, and I don't blame people for doing that. But there was obviously a political side to it, because there was an importance for the people protesting. There was that important.
And it was that horrible side that made it about them.
Yeah, and it was just. I mean, it was. There was a bit of. I mean, the hostility there. I put it this way. This is where I was saying to Adam about giving the police credit.
If you're talking about protests and forwards, it should be stuff like Hillsborough.
Guys, 1 second. This is where Epping. This is where the lefties got bust down that road there. Just so you know, we're just going down the high street. So yeah, in terms of,
if you're going to protest in football, make it about the football club you're going to watch. Or make it about a scenario that's happened, Hillsborough, something like that. We don't need to bring politics into this. This is the football has nothing to do with politics. People will say we need to use footballers because they've got big reaches. They've got this. They can say something. It's not down to them to say anything. It's not down to David Beckham's or your Mbappe's or Jude Bellingham's to speak on this.
But then they do get political to a degree, right? It's almost like. Then they become. I know.
No, Jed Spence made it political when he wanted to say he was the first whatever to play for the country. No one ever mentioned.
Yeah.
His culture. No one ever mentioned. Yeah. He was picked for England because he was good enough to play for England. Yeah. On the behalf of the manager. He's the one who comes out in a message on X.
But when it comes to diversity and all that as well, right? Do you think then clubs, including Chelsea, because they do it quite a lot, should be then promoting? Like gay pride and all these other.
Stay out of it.
I agree. I think you can just do or be whatever you want, and just be a football fan. If you're a Chelsea fan, no matter what your sex is or whatever, you should just wear a Chelsea shirt. That should be it.
If you do pride, if you do whatever it is, there'll be someone out there that believes in something that doesn't get any support, and they'll go, well, they support everything else apart from what I support. You can't win, so your best is to say anything at all. Just stay totally out of it. Football's football. And for me, that's where it ends. and that's where it's become we've lost our touch with the sport. The sport's gone mad as it is. Another story, another conversation for another time. Sorry, but the game now has become about politics and about what they do support, what they don't support. Left knee, right knee. This
And wear and badge.
Just
Personally,
play football for
I
90
think the
minutes.
only thing that they should be wearing is poppies.
That's it. I agree.
That's the only thing for
and
me.
if you don't believe in that, don't want to wear it. Fair enough.
Only because without
James
what
McLean.
without what happened, what our forefathers and grandparents or great grandparents had done, then we wouldn't have the freedom the little freedom that we have left. Because trust me, this was a free country. Do you believe the UK has free speech?
No.
Is the sound gone low? Hang on one second. Hold that. Hold that for a second, mate. Let me just check my check. Is that now? Is that better? Maybe I'm not talking loud enough into the mic. Do you know what it is? Because we're in a taxi, so I don't want to shout too loud and overbear the taxi driver.
If free speech was in England, yeah, you wouldn't be being banged up for it. Simple as that. You're banged up for a tweet. There's no free speech here. Those days are gone. It's so wrong, but unfortunately, that's the day and age we're living in. But look, you know, you'll have people that go, "That's totally wrong" as well. Totally wrong.
When
you can't win.
The thing is with me with free speech that it's two tier speech, because and that's where the two-tier judiciary comes in it, right?
You can say what you want about
Like
it,
for me, it doesn't matter. Like if like, do you think them burning religious books should be illegal?
Yeah, I don't think that should be happening.
You don't.
I don't. No.
But isn't that free speech?
No.
See, I disagree.
I think that's a total dig at someone.
Yeah, no, I don't think you should do it. I disagree. Like, I agree that you shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
But I personally wouldn't do it. But if someone burnt a Bible, I wouldn't like trying to stab them. I wouldn't try.
Me either. Totally other, but that gives someone the reason to stab someone. That's the problem.
Yeah, so
It's
definitely
allowing-
it can
you-
cause a
you're
trigger and
causing trigger.
antagonising. Yeah, but it's still free speech. But
Yeah.
I don't think that deserves a prison sentence or a criminal record. I think there should be.
I agree with that. I do agree with that. Yeah.
Because for me, that is like free speech, because we've got to be able to
I don't
protect that
agree
in the
with it
country.
From the side, like I said to you, I don't agree with it from the side that it's a trigger point, and you're just promoting anger and hate. You know what's going to happen. So, I don't know, mate. I don't know the answers anymore.
Because we had that case where that guy.
That's it, mate. Thank
Yeah,
you.
well, thank you, mate.
Lovely. Thank you.
I'll come out your side, mate. If you come out and grab that. Yeah, I'll come out that side. Thank you, mate. Grab that mic. Sorry, guys.
Thank you, mate. Cheers. Thanks a lot. Thanks, bro.
Right, we're just in the taxi, and I think the Uber driver's quite listening intently to what I was saying, because I think he was. I think it was an Uber. We're back on. Are we back on? Hang on. Oh, I might have lost it. Are we back in? Is it back on, yeah? Yeah, sweet. Sorry, I've connected to the pub Wi-Fi. Bear me 1 second. What football is there football in his hand? What's on? Oh, what?
All the bells on.
What's on? On the news? On GV? Yeah. I think Adam's coming back. I'll move this out a little bit. Shit. Sorry guys, back on. Dropping out. Are we back in, yeah? We're back in the room. We've got Mr. Venables here. What are your thoughts on Sam's performance? He doesn't normally talk. He's only vocal in the pub. Yeah, we're on the Wi-Fi. Yeah, still in the pub. What are you talking about, Ali? Leave it out. I've only had 1 pint. The fucking pub's shut. I was parched. Right. So what was we saying? This Should we go back to football? Right. So, Sam, I'll tell you what. Why don't we have? Do you want to give us some stories? Why?
What story do you want?
Let's have a story about. Tell us a story about Paul Gascoigne. We've got a good story about Paul Gascoigne. This is going to be quite funny. So make sure you get your story straight here. Is that better now? Yeah. Got the mic. Go on. Let's move your chair around a little bit. Move your chair around. Let's get
Come get
cozy.
some
Let's
cuddle.
get
Come on
cozy.
in.
We're going to do a podcast together as well, by the way. Yeah, Gazzy. Do you like Gazzy? Yeah. Oh man, do you know what? I love Gazza. I just absolutely that goal that he scored against Scotland. Sorry to anyone that's Scottish in there, by the way, but that goal in '96, man, that was just like one of the best. That's what you call a freestyle goal for a start. That's the sort of thing that you can't invent that. You just got to do it off the cuff.
He was a genius. There's another way to put it. The man was a genius.
Oh, what's that about?
Man's free ball.
Pakistan have declared an act of war. Not sure on who. Oh, okay.
So one of
Who's
them-
met Gaza? Lynch. Right, have you got any questions about Gaza as well? Why don't everyone want free Paul Gas? I don't know why everyone wants free. I don't understand that. I can't.
Yeah, but-
Turns Gauci off. You're one of the two old blokes in the Muppet Show. Fuck off, Ali. Yeah, that goal, isn't it? Whenever you think of Gaza, it's always that England goal against Scotland, isn't it? Or the one he scored, even though I don't like Spurs, the one he scored against Forest in the
FA Cup.
FA Cup. Is that when he done his knee, innit?
When they won it that year, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Oh man, Gaza was just. Do you know what? Yeah, Rangers. He was good at Rangers, man. To be fair.
He loved it there as well.
He
It's his
loved
favourite.
Rangers.
It's his favourite, I think, yeah.
Right. Tell us a story about because when Sam, what was that at Euro '96?
It's in 96, yeah.
So this is a story about what happened. What happened to Sam in Euro '96 with Gaza? Like, I'll let him take the.
So I would
Let me tell
it's probably my favourite one ever with the Gaza, actually. And I've got so many on
love this
Gaz,
one.
but after a game, my granddad would always say to me, "You can get a shirt from the dressing room after, like a worn shirt." So anyway, after the game, I was waiting. I was only 6, and waiting at the top of the stairs in the players' lounge, and no sign of Grandad. All the players are up. Anyway, I see on the TV that Grandad's doing an interview, so he does that. So anyway, Gaza comes up. I see Gaz, and I've known Gaza since I was born, really, because Grandad was at Spurs with him. Anyway, comes up the stairs, and I was like, Gaz, where's Grandad? Where's Grandad? I need to go and get my shirt. So he went to me, he went, I don't know where he is. He said, but he must be doing something. And obviously, I'd seen that he was doing the press conference really low. This mic's still low. Is it still low now? And so Gaz took me down. Anyway, Gaz takes me down to the changing room. So I pick a shirt out. And if you guys remember Steve McManaman, so I picked his shirt out of the bin, out of the washing bin. So I said to Gaz, I said, can you sign this for me, please? So he said, Sam, he said, I sign stuff for you all the time. He said, I can't keep signing stuff for you. He said, but come here, I'll do this. So he pulls me closer and he has a pen and he signs my head all down here. So I come back up, all proud of myself because I've got this shirt and I've got a shirt and I've got a Gaza sign, Gaza signature. So I'm really happy. Couldn't care now where Grandad is. Least of my worries. So sorry, I've just seen someone. You're right. And so I come back up the stairs. Sorry. So yeah, come up, but after I've got my shirt, so I come back through past the bar. I'm going past Frank Bruno, going past some great names. I get to the top of the stairs, and the whole bar's roaring with laughter. And Grandad's standing there, and he had a face like thunder. He's all over the show. His face went bright red, absolutely fuming. So little did I know, Gaz were drawn on my head to Sam. Lots of love, and then a cock with all your endings coming out of it. Love Gazza here. But what we didn't realise was he'd written it in Sharpie. And in Sharpie pen, having to go to school the next day wasn't probably the best option. So I got to have the next day off off at school the next day as well, which was I was always thankful for to Gaz. So I got a new shirt and autograph on a day off school. So
And a tattoo on your face.
and a tattoo on my face, yeah, which is just I think just worn off. I think now, funny enough. But no, I've got some great memories of Gaz.
But I can imagine the difference, like character-wise, between your granddad at the time being manager would have been he would have been fuming. Gaza would have been
He was well, and I don't know why, because I remember it was after the Holland game, so we'd won 4-1.
Yeah.
So it was like we'd had a bad result. He should have been in a good mood, but Yeah, it was. It wasn't the best ending to his day, but I think we got over that quite quickly after he'd done the damage after Scotland the next game. So there you go.
No, brilliant, man. I just, yeah, a little insight into the life of Sam. There's a funny story at Rona. When my dog badly hurt his knee, the vet said, basically, your dog has done the same thing to his knee that Kazza did to his. It's actually quite funny. Oh, God. If you've got any funny stories, man, let us know. Guys, what do you think about me and Sam doing a podcast together? Me doing an interview for him? What do you think about that? And we do all this and we can go into a lot more. Because I know me and Sam have known each other for years. Yeah, is that better? Yeah. Also, I'm just going back. Yeah, guys, can we share the link out? Can we get some likes? Let's get them likes up to 200. The numbers are dropping in the room as well. We dropped out at 50. I don't know. The bell was empty, by the way. We drove past it. There was no one outside. I presume it's still too early. What time is it? 4. It's still only 3:30. I presume people are going to be going down there about 4 or 5 o'clock. Any excuse for a pint? Yeah, do you know what? Look, I'm only on my second one though. Look, I've got my old Guinness here. Fuck it. Do we like this style of life, or do you want me to do more studio stuff? Yeah, any excuse. At the end of the school... Look, listen. End of the school day. It's end of Tuesday. Is it Tuesday today? Yeah, it is. Yeah, Tuesday. Reason to celebrate. I made it through another day. That's all that matters. Guys, I've got some things coming up in the pipeline, man. You like it like this, Ali? Yeah, this was my whole concept. Like trying to do like... but the thing is, if I started interviewing people in the pubs, I'm going to become an alcoholic. And I'm going to get really fat. Well, I'm fat anyway, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, what's going on in Poland? Anything going on? I need to watch all that back. Is it kicking off over there? Is there any anti-protesters over there? I've got a few Polish friends, actually. Do you know what? I was supposed to go Poland. I just had my own personal stuff to do, but I was going to go. I would have gone out there yesterday morning. Is it all peaceful out there, yeah? Buy a pub and invite them. Well, good old Terry used to own a few pubs, didn't he?
We lived in one.
Yeah.
Yeah, got some stories from there as well. I think we'll save it for the podcast though.
Yeah, what about the...
We've got some good stories.
Sam is also... He's got a good story with Peter Crouch. If anyone wants to... Does anyone remember who Peter Crouch was? You want to save that one? I will save that one. Well, what other stories have we got?
On the spot, innit? It's one of them ones.
Let's have a little think. What do we think? I know the direction of the conversation has changed, guys, but only because... You know what it is? Sometimes... This is what me and Sam do, like, when we come to the pub. This is literally what we do. We're like two old men. Do you know what? The thing is, we could do this as, like, a living, right? But then our missus would be keeping an eye on us. We do it to get away from him.
Mine would be over the moon.
Nah,
Mine
well...
would love it.
No, ours normally is. She'll probably be here in a
Start
minute.
at 5 in the morning.
Mate, listen, I can talk. I can fucking talk all day, but I fucking can't do a 12-hour shift, mate. I run out of fucking breath by the end of the fucking... Yeah, it's the same Sam. Yeah, you spoke to him on the phone, Ali, when you introduced me to Des. Yeah, so this is the same Sam. Very pleased when they recognise. Yeah. What we're doing? Should we end the live then?
Do you want it?
West Ham's Bobby Moore's middle name was Chelsea. Huh? Is it? No.
I was with his
Cheers,
granddaughter.
Sam.
I was with his granddaughter.
Yeah, I know.
yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, yesterday. No, I was here when I bumped into you the other week.
Yeah.
What's her name? Poppy, innit?
Poppy, yeah.
Yeah.
Pop.
What do you think? Right, let's. We're gonna go down that. Sorry, guys. If we're gonna, does anyone mind if we talk about football? What do we think about the current state of football? We don't have to talk too deep about Chelsea, but we should do a Chelsea channel though.
Is it football anymore? It's like NFL, right?
Are you asking me?
It's like NFL. This is not football anymore, is it? You can't even cheer a goal. Every time the goal goes in, you're wondering what's next. You're waiting for the video to come on, and the fun part was it was going. Everything keeps changing. Just leave some things alone, will you please? Just can we have our old 90s back? Can we just have our early 2000s back?
you know what? I'm not going to lie, right? The last couple of years have been quite disheartening with football, and it's not because, you know, even though Chelsea have done well, and but I mean, I'm a bit upset with our transfer policy, getting rid of just a complete regurgitation and recycling of players. Just like it's just overwhelming. It has become players have become a commodity, and I understand it to a degree. So even though Chelsea are like making money and we, you know, financially we're sort of, you know, we're manipulating loopholes in the laws, and we're doing well out of it. Let's face it, right? I just think the whole attitude of football in general, like I just think everyone's boring. I think Man City are boring, Chelsea are boring, Arsenal boring, Liverpool are boring.
The problem is now it's become a game of chess, and you can almost put it into politics. That's what it's become.
But the days of, I reckon, for me, and as a Chelsea fan, for me, the
There's
last
politics in
person
football. There's plenty of
to
politics in
play as
football.
an actual, the last couple of players, I would say, Joe Cole and sort of Eden Hazard, were the sort of last two where you got to play, just give them the ball and play football. Now, you got like, even Cole Palmer is amazing, because I met him in Ibiza as well, didn't I? But even Cole Palmer, I can see now, he's got to play within a certain box. You can see.
You
they break-
take away his ability to play.
Yeah.
Football.
Oh, as soon as you get past that point, you've got to play that trigger, you've got to play that set piece, you've got to do the...
You can't keep taking away what people's attributes are, no matter what that is in life. If someone's good at something, let them get on with it. Give them a free roam. Just give him the ability to go and do what you're best at.
Well,
you can change moments. You can make special moments for people. You're able to create memories.
Yeah, and that's why the likes of, let's say we'll go back to Gaza, right? So for me, one of the most, honestly, naturally gifted. You can't make people like that, because people like that are, but people like that with that sort of ability, just they're not right in the head, and he's not right in the head, right? And there's nothing there's nothing wrong with that, right? But what I'm saying is like, let's go back to that goal, right, that he scored for Scotland.
Mm-hmm.
And don't get me wrong, we do get some great goals today, right? We do. There is some great goals. I'm not going to knock football completely. But he would not be the player that he was renowned for had he played in today's society, because he would have been put in a box and he would have been...
And you're bang on the money there. But had we scored that goal now, in this day and age, you're not celebrating it. When we scored that goal, the crowd went mad, the country went mad because you knew it was a goal. Now, you'd be sitting on the sofa, or you'd be sitting in the stands going, is it not? Is it going VAR? Is there a reason here? Is it not?
So what, do you prefer to go back to the days of the controversy? So like being Chelsea, I know someone's putting there, they're a Liverpool fan, right? So I think Chelsea and Liverpool is one of the biggest rivalries there's been, especially in Europe. It has. That's a fact, right? Because they're the two over the last sort of 15, 20 years. You could put Man United in there, but Chelsea haven't really played Man United that often, apart from the Champions League final that we bloody lost with.
VAR is involved for one reason.
But the point I was going to make was about, so when Luis Garcia scored that ghost goal, which it wasn't even in by a country mile, it was easily not in, but it was given. And then we had the decisions like when we played Barcelona in that semi-final, where Drogba and Ballack and they all went mental at the red, and he got death threats because he didn't give the penalty.
But this is what football's about. You still talk about those points now, don't you? You couldn't name me one point with VAR that's happened to that you remember.
But those two games in particular, and I'm pretty sure the Luis Garcia was a semi-final as well. There were two semi-finals which would have led to two more Chelsea finals, which when not saying we would have, but we would have had a chance to have won. So do you think then?
That's the fun part of football, right? Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Decisions go your way, sometimes they don't. It's fun. That's the fun part.
Is there a way then of improving VR? Because the problem with me isn't necessarily the
You
technology.
can't improve something that's there in black and white. Some of the decisions are right, but sometimes you'd rather just let them be wrong.
I mean,
There's a talking point in the pub. We can come and talk.
For me, VAR, I think it's not necessarily the technology, it's the people that are using it, and I think they overthink it. Like, it should be used for things. Offside should be really easy. Right, it should be easy. But you know, like there was a goal, was it the Van Dijk goal that got disallowed? You want the comments? If you go to that side, you can scroll at the comments. Yeah, no, I agree with that. Sam might come into the comments and start saying hello to a few of you. You can jump on my live on your phone and comment in it. You can go on my YouTube. So if you go on my YouTube, go into the live, and then you can reply back to some of the comments while you're there. No, my point was, sorry, so even though I despise Liverpool, not Liverpool, Liverpool as a city, but Liverpool FC, we've got a thing. But that Van Dijk header should have been allowed. But because they had this view about, he's in the way of the player and they're offside, so they keep adding these extra rules. Excuse me, sorry, I'm burping. They keep adding these extra rules into these regulations.
You can't keep, look, offside's offside. if I asked you now what is offside, you couldn't tell me. You couldn't tell me. So
But with that ban, sorry, that might be saying that it might have been actually to do with interference, right? But do you think that goal should have stood? Did you see it?
Yes, it stands.
Yeah, that's a goal for me.
It stands.
Because there's no way he's interfering. Like the goalkeeper could see it.
Keeper sees that.
And then but then I think Roy Keane might have said it, but then because the player ducked, then the keeper could have gone the other. He stopped because he thought the player was going to get in the way of the ball, and he would have gone back to the middle of the goal. But I don't know. I just think what happened to giving the advantage to the attacking team. Do you know what I mean?
No politics. So I'm just looking at some of these comments.
Yeah, we're normally a few seconds below, but Sam's going to come and say hello to a few of you as well in the comments, so you can reply back to people, or just go and say hello, whatever. Sam's not new to. Well, he is. You're quite new to you. Are you on YouTube? Yeah. VAR has spoiled the game. Yeah, it hasn't. Do you know what they could? I think they can use. They can use technology for things like time. Like they don't. You know, like how they do have in like ice hockey, have a big buzzer at the end. They can have a big buzzer at the end, because. Guys, can you go and give Sam a follow on X? You don't, even though you're not you're on X, but you're not overly active. But you are. You do. You're there in the background. You're probably. You're going to probably be a little bit more vocal, isn't it? But. I think they can do things with the time. They can put a buzzer in. That takes away all the injury time and that away from the ref. I think
How do you reply to these?
it's...
How do I reply to this?
well, you could just mention that at... Who's that?
That's that.
Terry Babb, yeah? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'll just mention their name. I don't think you can click on and reply. I'm still quite new to this. Yeah, see you later, Ali. Are you out anywhere tonight? Are you down at any of the hotels? No? What are you doing? You just got family stuff, yeah? I might be going to the Pink protest tomorrow in East London. I think there's one tomorrow. I'll have to have a look in the morning. Do you know what I can do? I can add Sam as a... Is that you there, yeah? I'm going to add Sam as a moderator. Can review and move. Yeah, you can do that, yeah. So if you come into my lives, you can be a mod.
Just what I need.
Guys, can I get your thoughts on... I'm going to set up a Discord group channel. So you guys, we can come and we could have, get a bit more exclusive content. Things like this we might do, like recorded and stuff, and put little clips in there. Yeah, just add. Because I know the numbers are dropping, so I might end the live soon. I don't. We've been on here for like 2 hours.
Yes, Jen. This should have more viewers and funding on the BBC.
Where is that? Yes. Well, we're going to do like a proper podcast as well. So when we start that, I've got a few people lined up as well, guys. I know it's been in the pipeline. If anyone's not watched my pilot podcast with Ryan Firestone, please go and watch it. It's exposing the police, Essex police, Hertfordshire police, and about religious cults that have been going on in Epping. So I'm not going to end the live until I get 200 likes. So if you're bored and you want this to end, dislike it. Oh.
Always my round.
We could do this as a new live. A new live. We can do this one. We can do this once a week. Because unfortunately, me and Sam spend more time in the pub than we do with our girlfriends. So we can start going around to golf clubs, and because Sam's really good at golf, right? Oh, he's so. Who's that? Huh? His missus. Hang on one sec. Oh, Alison's in. All right, Al. God, I can't go anywhere. Look, see, I told you, I can't get away with nothing. God, I'm getting stalked now by my missus in the fucking chat. I'm only joking. I know she's coming down anyway. Now, do you know what? Believe it or not, Sam is a really good golfer. I know he don't look like a golfer. Man, stop taking that piss out of me, Rona, man. Seriously, bruv. I do have a life outside of citizen journalism. Right, what we're saying, I need to get them, like, come on, get more in there. Guys, what do you reckon about doing this maybe, I don't know, not necessarily once a week, we'll start off, because I've got to start getting some more podcasts out.
We'll do a podcast.
We're going to definitely do a podcast, 100%.
Who would you like to see interview?
Who do you want
Who do you want to
interview? We got to go down the political route.
Yeah.
Who thinks... Thanks for that. Sam's just told us to go to the toilet. Cheers, mate. Right, let's turn that around. I've got to get them likes up, get some more comments in. Right, anyone recommend... Do you know what? Has anyone recommend Ali? Are you still in there? Because I've been asked to do... Oh, yeah, I'm doing a YouTube live next week as well, by the way. With Land of Saints and Sinners. So Richard Taylor from Advanced UK and Rogue, and also Hannah from Hannah's World. So does any of you not follow them guys? Go and give them a follow. You know Hannah from Hannah's World? I'm meeting her on Thursday for a coffee as well, by the way. So I might even switch on the live, and then tomorrow we've got a pink protest. Sam hasn't got a mic. No, do you know what? The reason why he hasn't got a mic, because I lost mine at Tommy Robinson's trial the other day. Yeah, I need to upgrade some new mics, because these ones are like, they're fucked at the minute. Excuse my French. Why is he laughing? I can't even talk about you. Right, guys, who else do you want? I'm doing more politics, right? I've got a few people lined up. I'm not going to say who, but I want to know what you guys think about the Discord channel, because I won't be running it. I'll come in it. I just can't. I ain't got the time to do it. He's texting us from the loo. Oh, is he? Did he put some pictures in there? Come, let's have another story. Oh, do you know what? Right, I'll tell you. Right, let me ask you a question. Right, what's the most expensive Uber you've ever paid for, or taxi? Because I reckon you can't beat us. There's no way you can beat us, right? So, old silly bollocks here, right? We went out in Shenfield on a night out. Is anyone in there from?
No, I'd run even dearer.
Nah, you couldn't have had one dearer than that, right? So we had a night out in Shenfield, right? And this was the days when we had a little bit of spare extra cash. Not anymore.
Before kids and misses.
Before kids, right? And yeah, do you know what? But around here it's rife. You can't get away with not using an Uber, because you can't even get a normal taxi anywhere around here. But you can, but you pay double the amount. That needs to change as well. So from Shenfield to like back to Epping was normally it'd be about 25 quid. 25 quid, 30 quid. So we come out of this club, the Vault bar, wasn't it? Was it the Vault?
Yeah.
And silly bollocks here decided to order a fucking extra luxury Uber cab, 8-seater.
Got to be comfortable, Mark.
Yeah, you got to be comfortable, right?
To get home.
Because he was
I had hip problems.
Hip problems, mate.
Hip.
Fucking hell, I put it this way, I had a fucking wallet problem that fucking night, mate. Never mind my fucking hips. I would have donated a hip to get home, and fucking a lot cheaper than that.
That's why you were born out. I ain't used one since.
Right, have a guess how much this cab was. Have a guess, right? Go and put it in the comments. I'm not gonna give it away until we get some guesses in here. Have a guess, and it was more than £20. Put it that way. Ali, £140 more. So from Shenfield to Epping's about what? Say 10 miles.
10 miles. Yeah, 10 miles. Yeah.
Babs King 200 more. 320. Sam, was it more?
More.
Bit more than that. No. Ali 240. No more.
No more.
Oh, Babs King's nearly there. 400 she's put.
Just under.
Just,
It was just under.
I think it was just under that.
385.
It was about 385. 420, 445. I know, don't even go there. Put it this way. We actually went to the bank, right? A joint. We went to get a joint mortgage, right? Just to
We
pay.
had a joint bank account at the same time.
We had a joint bank account, right, to go and get a mortgage out. On our Uber bill was about £500 a month in general, right? This silly, I know it's early. This silly CUNC, right? We used to have a driver. Believe it or not. Do you remember Ali?
Yeah, had a driver, lovely driver he was good. Nice Vito he had.
He did. He had Mercedes Vito.
Yeah, Mercedes Vito. He was literally on call.
Yeah,
Literally.
he had the old lights up in the roof, didn't he? And he had like the TVs in the back.
That just shows you how pissed I was that I couldn't even drive half of my life.
Somebody puked. I know.
Did you tip him? Yeah. Don't ever do that to me again.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah, Babs, you're about there, about 380. Oh God, honestly, I'd feel sick doing that now. But those were the. See, when you're friends with the life of he's got the life of a Premier League footballer status. It's a drop in the ocean for him.
Work hard, play harder.
I save you two a lot of money now. Yeah, you do, Al. To be fair, Al's in there. Right, Al, can you stop, bringing me down a little bit? Al's our taxi driver now. We've downgraded. At least she's British.
You should have used Venables' name. It was under Venables. It was. I got rid of the driver the week before. It's even worse.
Now Sam's on the blacklist.
Now I'm on the dole.
Yeah. No, you're retired.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He used to go in there, do you know who I am? They go, I couldn't give a fuck. Right, what are we doing about the live? Are we ending the live? We can save some room for later. Been going for 2 hours. Who are you waving to?
Benjamin.
Oh. Right, guys, I'm gonna end the live, I think.
You're ending this.
What do you mean, no, Reggie will be out soon? I think it's a little bit. I think the Ronnie Pickering versus who would win in a fight between Ronnie Pickering and Paul Golding. Do you know who I am? Ronnie Pickering. Ronnie Pickering. Who's that? Yeah, I mean, guys, listen, I'm not. I think we've got some good interviews. I mean, obviously, we've done an interview with Sam, spoke to Adam Brooks, spoke to someone from the Daily Express. Their lives a little bit different. I've had a Steps app notification. Yeah, 0. Fucking hell.
To the bar and back.
Yeah, bar and back. So I think, yeah, no, Reggie will be down there. Probably BB will be down there as well. I'm going to line up some things for the rest of the week, I think. The flash protest, yeah. If I get a chance to go back in there, down there, I will. All right. I might end this one for now, and then we'll. What we'll do, we'll. If we get going again, I live in Poland. How you doing, man? Happy National Independence Day. Let me just get your Dan K. Danny, is it G? Dan, are you British? Or are you Polish? Babs, you not seen my interview with her? I done an interview with her, didn't I? On Walk and Talk. Yeah, no, cheers, Ali, man. Al's not here yet. Al'll be in a bit. Yeah, no, what'd you make of it out there? I've got loads of Polish mates. Do you know I was supposed to be out there? I would have gone. I was supposed to go and get a plane out there yesterday morning, but I've got so much shit to do. I need to. Do you know what I need to do? Is one of the things I need to invest in some a new camera, and I need to invest in some bits and pieces. So obviously, when I can get the money to sort that out, then I will. So if anyone wants to sponsor me, feel free to sponsor me. I'll put you out on here. I'll go back on StreamYard. I'll put your sponsors out. Anyway, enough of that. I don't like self promotion. Yeah, Narinda, did you not Rona, did you not see the interview I done with her? In where is it? Knightsbridge. Went to Marble Arch for the UKIP march. Do you know what? I'll be fit, right? Do you know what the thing is with Narinda? She's a proper lefty. She's definitely a clickbaiter. 100 million %. She is on the grift. She's on the grift. A million %. Because there's no way she doesn't disagree with the things that I was saying to her. She was like literally saying, agreeing with digital ID. Yeah, go and watch it. It's on my YouTube channel. It's only about 5 minutes long because she was doing a walk and talk. And I called her a clickbaiter and a race baiter because I think she is. But she's actually not, she doesn't come across like quite a horrible person, if that makes sense. I think she's probably pretty normal at home, do you know what I mean? So, right, guys, I'm going to end this, man. Good stream, yeah, thank you, mate. Just sort of a little bit different, do you know what I'm saying? So, right, I'm going to end it. Right, guys, hang on, before I end it, I want two things. I need to get 20 more likes, actually, because I've got OCD. What do we think about... What do we think about Discord group? So I can get all the community, everyone from the community in there. Yeah, we can have every now and then. I won't be in it all the time because I've obviously got to, have a chit chat, but it'd be good to come in. Are you in the hotel now? What's happening, Shoab, man? Here's my little Muslim friend. Go and give him a follow. Shoab, man. How you doing, bruv? So Shoab, for those of you who don't know, Shoab, right? He has got a story and a half. Shoab, mate, we'll do your full story, mate. I know your story anyway, but we'll do a full story on a podcast. We'll do one as well. And I'll make you look good as well. No, Shoab, I didn't go in the end. I didn't go Poland, but I was supposed to be. I would have stayed in the hotel and that. Yeah, we'll do it, man. Well, let's message. I'm doing a live next week with a few of the others, so we can do it. We can either do. Should we do the things with the podcast, right? I want to do it face to face. I don't want to do it over. Guys, go and give Shoaib a follow, man. He's amazing. You know what he created? Anyone can tell me what he created? Shoaib, don't answer. Yeah, no, Ben. When I do Discord, mate, it's just like a WhatsApp group. It's just not encrypted, innit? So I'll jump in and out. We just like, it just means we can all have like a proper chat. Don't need a mic. He does great comedy. Yeah, Shoaib, you know his birthday is this week, Shoaib. You have to get your Superman uniform out. Shoaib, promote your put the link to your YouTube channel in, mate. So for those of you who don't know, right, Shoaib, he worked for Swansea City Council, and then because he spoke out against Muslims and about the culture, and bearing in mind he's Muslim himself, they sacked him, or they outed him, and now they're trying to basically suppress him, and they're trying to now deport him. So they're trying to deport him back to Pakistan, even though he was born here. He was brought up in Saudi. And he basically invented the White History Month, which was quite funny. Yeah, well done, Shab. Go and get him liking, man. I need 60 more likes. Get it in. Do you guys see any hype buttons? Has anyone heard of a hype button? I've seen it once. Do I look really good in this chair, by the way? Like, it's a bit like this is my chair in the pub, a bit like a throne, isn't it? Oh, well done, Sophie, man. Yeah, go and give him a follow, man. He's amazing. Do you know what? Yeah, we need that. Show, I didn't see you last week, mate. I thought you were coming down to the trial, Tommy's trial. But we'll have a proper catch up, mate. Shoaib gets himself about as well, man. How you doing, Dawn? You right? I'm gonna end the live in a minute. No, we just come back from the Bell Hotel. Basically, the court decision's gone against the council, which means they're allowed to keep the hotel open. So I was just up there speaking to. I was calling out the mainstream media. The guy from the BBC was there, but he was working for Channel 5 at the time, and he didn't like it. They was all running away from me. I actually spoke to one of the guys from the Daily Express. He's actually all right, and I told them they're doing good work against Sadiq Khan with the grooming gangs. And then I got a really good interview with Adam Brooks. Adam, he's a lovely geezer anyway, do you know what I mean? Bro, I've been to, Shoaib, man, listen. Right, Shoaib, mate, listen, I know it's really hard, and I would hate to be in your position, but trust me, mate, you've got the support of everyone, bruv. Please, man. Yeah, go and give him a sub. Thank you, SW. That's you, Sophie, yeah? I've got to get used to people's handles and their names. Yeah, I've got Al's in the house. Al's come and rocked up. She's been stalking me on YouTube. Subscribe. Yeah, go and subscribe. Guys, I'm not being funny. I know I love Shoaib, but can you subscribe to my channel? Fuck him. I'm only joking. Have you got AY? Yeah, I've got AY's number. Get him to call Wesley. Yeah, we're not in the light. Yeah, get me another Guinness, mate. Right, guys, I'm just going to message AY and get him to message Wesley Winters. Yeah, man, Shoaib, you know I'm always at the end of the phone, man. I'm not always contactable, but yeah, I'm only joking. Oh, you're not? Right, okay. Yeah, cheers for that, Sophie. Right, it's going to go quiet. I'm just going to message AY, yeah? I'm going to need to do that as a favour. But AY's terrible looking at his phone. 1 second. Fuck's sake. Gave his phone to Wesley and then lost him. Yeah, I've just messaged him. I've messaged AY, yeah? Yeah, Shoaib, man. Listen, just go and give me a message whenever. We've, it's back in the ground also, but can't find her. Can you DM me Danny Salmons? I don't know Danny, mate. I was saying she's back in the ground at the show. I don't have Wesley's number. I'm in shit. I don't have Wesley's got my number, but he ain't got mine. I don't think we swapped properly. I only messaged Wesley on X, and I'm in X jail. I can't message anyone. I got done for incitement earlier, so I've been violated. Oh shit. What about Sarah White? I've got Sarah White's number. I've got well, I can get hold of right, hang on. Because I know Tommy's mate saying there as well. I can message them. I've got a few of their numbers. I've got Sarah White's. I've got Dan's number. Yeah, I'm raging as well. I'm raging for the locals. Sorry, I'm pick my nose on live TV. Yeah, is that, I've not met that Danny. Right, so hang on. Who's I'm just sorry. I've got to go back over some of these messages. 1 second. Yeah, I just saw Shoaib's thing. Yeah, yeah. No, I gathered that they live in Spain, isn't it? When one of them get hold of Wesley, I think they know where to meet up. I ain't got Wesley's number. I wonder if just trying to think the people that I know won't have him. I've messaged AY to call Wesley anyway. That's all I can do. Sorry, man. Right, guys, I'm going to. Shall we end this live now? Because I'm boring you all. I don't want to long it out for no reason. All I ask is like, I'm going to put some more content out. Yeah, they're both staying in the same hotel. Yeah, don't worry. They're both staying in the same. As long as his girlfriend's safe. As long as his girlfriend's safe, then that's all right. So. Yeah, did anything kick off down there? Yeah, no, thank you, Sophie. Cheers. Guys, yeah, apologies. The lives have been quiet over the last week. I've had a lot to deal with, man. But anyway, I've been in Epping. I'm back in the pub now. I went there like about 2 hours ago. Wesley can't message Wes because AY has his phone. Yeah, but how's AY going to message his missus if he can't get into his phone? Oh, I don't know, man. Is there right? What message do you want me to give to AY? Because if AY's got Wesley's phone, AY we need to message his girlfriend, isn't it? This is why look. This is a good thing when Al goes onto my lives. Whenever I lose her, she finds me.
Yeah, because I'm next to you. Text me.
No, in other lives, mate, I'll run off in it.
She's got that Apple tag on me.
She'll be no. The main thing is she's back at the hotel, yeah. So if she's at the hotel, she's safe. That's the main thing. Oh, guys, do you know what it is? I do want to end the live, but I need 30 more. I need to get 30 more likes because my OCD. Get some comments in. Right, we got Al. Right. Let's interview. So this is like our. Yeah, I can interview you. You're live now. I can do what I want. Right, I won't put Al on camera. Does anyone want me to interview Al? You don't need to speak. No, we're not going to talk politics.
You don't speak normality, let alone politics.
Yeah. No, AOI's Wes's account to the live stream. Oh, okay, so it's buffering.
Fuck me.
They'll be all right. I know. AY got lost on the way home from. No, I'll tell you what. No, Wesley's staying in a separate hotel actually. AY's staying at the hotel with the other lot, and Wesley is staying about a mile away. From where he's staying apparently. So I'm going to interview Al. Anyone want me to interview Al quickly? I need to get these likes up. I've got to hit that number. Would you want me? I've got to get it up to 200.
4 million times.
Yeah. Me and Sam were just talking about football. We're doing a general chit chat. So it's now the Three Musketeers in the house.
This is how it originally started. Yeah, look. Because if you keep, is that the one there? If you keep that, I'm not being funny.
No, there's the thumb at the top.
That one. You keep pressing that. What was that? Look, that's what I'm saying to you. It doesn't come through.
I've got 189 now. All due respect, I'm not going to be calling up any. And it's one of you can call up a hotel in Walsall. I'm not going to be. What? Well, you even subscribe to my channel? Are you serious, bruv? My best mate's not even subscribed to my fucking YouTube channel. What a see you next Tuesday, man.
I'm a moderator though.
Yeah, I made you a mod. Yeah, and he was a mod, so he's a mod. He don't even subscribe to my channel. That's what I'm dealing with. This is what I'm dealing with. Al's now pissed off because I wanted to interview her. She's gone to the toilet for about 3 hours. You're right, Al. No, you know what it is, Ali? Al's in there. Al's here now. I want to interview her. I've got to get over 200 likes. I've got to redo that. I can't. I've got a bit of OCD in it. Thanks for telling us you went to Tesco's, Ali. Thanks for that, mate. What did you get from Tesco's? Let me see if AY's responded. You know when I switch off the screen, does it camera go blank, or does it still focus on me? Washing up. So you went all the way to Tesco to get washing up liquid. Why don't you just use a bit of hot water to use your hands? Bit of elbow grease. Right, let's speak to Al. You're on in the background all the time anyway. Everyone knows what you look like. Al's getting really shy. Ali's here. Ali's in the chat. Al says hi, Ali. Ali, Al. 1 minute walk. What do you mean 1 minute walk? You've been off the chat for about fucking 2 hours. And then you said, now I'm back. What'd you do? Fucking pigeon steps. Fucking Ali's moonwalking to the fucking Tesco's. So, Al, what do you think about me doing citizen journalism?
I think it's fantastic.
She's gone all shy. She's gone really red. She's blushing.
No, it's very good. You're very good at it.
I know. You got to say into the mic. Hang on.
I said you're very good at it. Well done.
Now she's sticking her fingers up at me, telling me I'm shit. Fucking hell, that's a fucking joke, isn't it? I need 8 more. Right, numbers are dropping. I need 8 more likes. Let's go. Yeah, no, to be fair, you know, Ali, you've met Al. She's been very, very supportive of me, so I'm going to big her up. I'm going to do a little, we'll spin it around this way so we can get her in the shot. Can you at least put your, here she goes, can say hello? Hang on. Here we go, look, it's my gorgeous missus.
Hi, everyone.
There we go. Yes, before you say it, yes, I'm punching. Ali says hi. Hi, babe. Hi, babe. Hi, babe. Hi, babs. I'm not going until I get 200 likes. I need 7 more. So, yeah, no, she's been very supportive, man. Alison, oh, that's you. Oh, I thought you were talking to me. Fucking hell. Right, what about Sam's dying to tell us a story. Sam, tell us about your golf. Tell him about your golf. No, I'm going to get off here less than that. I was going to ask Sam about his golf career, which ended. No, I'll interview people now. I'll get fuck it. No, you're done now. No, see, your interview's over, mate. You can't have any more attention with me. Your time's done, mate. Fucking hell. Right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Now my OCD's going to really play up. It's going to keep me awake all night now. Right. I'm going to put out some videos. I've got some I've got some footage that I've not put out. I'm going to put it out probably tomorrow or Thursday. Some interviews that I've done over the last month or so. I've done some in Whitechapel, Parliament Square, and I don't know, wherever else. I've got a few interviews with Orla, Sarah, a few people from protests, so I'm going to get them out. I just need 6 more. But just thanks for joining in for this evening anyway. If anyone, also, I've got an amazing team of mods behind me as well, so I won't include Sam because he's only just joined as a mod today and he wasn't even subscribed to my channel, so he can fucking do one. I'm going to delete him when I get home. Mate, you're getting deleted, mate.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. So, right, I will end it because I don't want to keep anyone here. So, just as a roundup, right? So, we've been to the Bell Hotel. We've, yeah, it's a bit of a shame, really, that the decision has gone against the district council about keeping the hotel open. But to be fair, the locals were expecting it, even though they're still going to be outraged by the decision. It's more a case of like really what's next for the local community, now that the district council are going to have to go down a different route in order to enforce the closure of the hotel. But what that looks like, we don't know at this moment in time. Still too early to tell. So yeah, it's a little bit deflating. But what we'll do is, if we get a chance, we do go back. I mean, it's early doors now. What time is it now? 20 past 4. So if we do go back later, then I might start up another live. I would have done it on X, but because I'm in X jail, I can't do that. So I'll have to do it back on here. So I might do it as a little part 2. So watch your space. I'm not promising anything, but if not, got plenty of stuff coming up in the pipeline. So yeah, I think we're going to wrap it up there, man. I'm not going to get them 5 likes that I need. Joanne, how you doing? Oh, Joanne might keep it going. Joanne, is it 6? I need 4 more. Hi, Joanne, how you doing? You all right? I saw, are people just joining now then? I was just about to end this live, Joanne. I don't know if you just heard what I said, but I might have to restart it. I've been going for, what, 2.5 hours? 3 more? 2 more? Honestly, I've got to get 2. 1. So I've been here with my good friend Sam, who's the grandson of the late Terry Venables as well. So we've had a good bit of a one-to-one interview here, and it was yeah, it's quite interesting. Yeah, thanks, Lim. Thank you. I need 1 more, and then I can end the stream. And then what I might do is go back to the hotel and get some additional interviews. I know Adam Brooks is going to come back, and I can get myself set up again. I'm on 2-1. Well, am I behind you guys? Yeah. But yeah, in all seriousness, so we now got to just decide. Basically, we've now just, in terms of the hotel itself, it's now a case of getting this issue enforced, which might take another, however long the process takes. So I think the council needs to start having a look at themselves as well and start taking accountability, to be honest. So let's just hope. Let's hope other councils in other areas that wish to close down their hotels have got their own house in order, so that the same thing doesn't happen to them, because otherwise this has set a dangerous precedent for them. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, thanks, Joanne. All right, guys. Well, look, it's I'm going to end this one here for now. All right, I really, really, really appreciate the support, because obviously without you guys, it's just nothing. And you know what I mean? I do like engaging with you all. So, Gauci Reports. I'm going to check this one out, and then I might come back on later, but I don't know yet. Watch your space. But for now, we're going to say goodnight, all right? And we'll see you soon. Honestly, I really appreciate you.